this man. I'm gonna show him why I've been sad.
I hate with passion Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal.
You hate to see it. My rookie of the year, regardless. Prayers up for LaMelo.
We still don't have the left side of the offensive line at all.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is the savior of the Washington football team.
CJ talked about the Washington football team having hope for the first time. My fellow Panthers fans, I'm here to tell you, there isn't a lot of hope for us. It is the most delicious cereal this mouth has ever tasted.
I will put money. I will go on air and I'll have an apology to you if Josh Allen does not take a step back this year. If Josh Allen's numbers do not stay the same or get better, I will come on and say that I'm the Minnesota fan. But I want you to come on.
Shake on it.
No,
how much is the step back? 1,000 yards?
It's not about yards for him. It's about accuracy. I'm saying PFF completion grade, because it went from like a 58 to like a 60 something. If it goes in the middle, right? It goes in the middle or a little bit. I'm right, right? I'm right, and I want you to come on air and say that I'm a salty Washington football fan and I don't have a quarterback. Remember that.
All right.
Previously on Hate to Pile On.
This is Kyle Curtin's butthole. He hurt right now. So you're saying Julio in San Fran?
Dallas will win this game because I believe Ezekiel Elliott will have...
You're high! You said Ezekiel Elliott? You're high!
LeBron James, I can't think of a big three that he was a part of. So I don't know why he's even on this chart.
The fact that you guys did not pick the Washington football team in this matchup.
And the Bulls didn't play anyone, so
it's okay. I'm okay. Dallas for the win.
This is ridiculous. That's barely a big two.
I want Iguodala.
Previously on Hate to Pile On.
Let's have a moment of silence for Earl Thomas and Josh Norman's career right now. And the first thing that I want to bring to the table this week is the fact that, Fitz Magic,
I'm like a chicken leg, a turkey leg man myself, so I'm gonna let them eat the kneecaps, and I'm gonna just pick up the legs, and I'm gonna eat the legs.
I hate Aaron Rodgers anyways.
All right. Well, we'll just wrap it up with just saying this. He's a bad man.
And in honor of 316 to Stone Cold.
Okay. Big tugs. I like that in it. The NFL has been crazy, just like Jonathan's assumption of thinking he's a good football player back in Cane Bay. Let's just talk about this craziness of trading.
You're talking real reckless right now.
I'm not talking reckless. I'm just talking. Can we have a conversation? Can we have a conversation, Jonathan? I don't understand. Like, why you see? There's no shade. There's no shade whatsoever. No shade.
You're saying.
I'm just talking.
But there's some big shade.
We are part of Five of a Kind, and we are smart, sexy, chunky boys. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Hate to Pile On. I'm your boy CJ. Shout out to my co-host. We got Kyle up here, and we got Johnny, and we got our special guest today, Justin Tuck. How you doing?
What up, y'all? How y'all doing?
You're doing good.
Doing good. Glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
It's good. It's glad to have you back. And a big show today. We got a lot to talk about. We are steamrolling our way into the NFL season. Week 2 of preseason is underway currently as we're speaking. But how are we doing? How are you guys? You got to check in on your friends. How are you doing, Jonathan? Really?
Kind of neutral, apathetic, I would say.
Oh, that's a big word. Can you spell it?
APATHETIC. Apathetic.
I'm going to take your word for it because I definitely don't know if that's right or not, but I believe you. Kyle, how are you doing?
Better than I deserve.
That's good. That's good. All right. Well, and Tuck's doing good. He got the Coors Light. How you feeling?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I got back from the beach.
Go ahead. Finish.
Oh, so I got back from the beach and decided I was going to stop drinking for a little while, but here I am, 3 days later. Dried out for a little bit.
Time.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. So I guess a big talking point after week 1 of preseason is kind of finally getting your eyes on these rookie quarterbacks, these young quarterbacks you kind of want to see blossom. So one of the things that we were talking about is who's going to be our preseason MVP from rookies and first-year guys. So Jonathan, was there any quarterback that you liked a lot this first week, or anyone that kind of stood out to you?
Yeah, the rookies, pretty much all of them, except for Mac Jones, who stinks. Trey Lance obviously had the bomb. Sherfield, Justin Fields played well. Trevor Lawrence played pretty well. He had the 35-yard pass to Marvin Jones. I didn't really pay attention to Zach Wilson. I don't care about the Jets, to be honest. Aside from Carl Lawson, prayers up for Carl Lawson. Torn Achilles, out for the season. Hate to see it.
Okay.
I really like him.
Let me ask you this question, right? Because you kind of brought up the injury with Carl Lawson. Did Bob Salah bring the 49ers injury curse to New York?
Nah, that's just the Jets, dude.
The
only reason we remember it with the 49ers is because they were good. The Jets get hurt all the time, and it's just the Jets.
That's a good point. That is
an excellent point. It's like, what was that tweet that Kyle sent earlier? My left tackle's fat. Mekhi Becton's 380 right now.
Hold on.
Kyle's pulling it up.
So our left tackle is fat. Half the rookie class hasn't been to practice yet. The quarterback was basically compared to Hackenberg yesterday, and now the best edge guy we had in years may be out all year. I'm F some lines. ING done with all of you who need a new beat. I'm done with the Jets. Poor guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it must need to be a Jets fan.
Yes. It big time sucks to be a Jets fan.
J-E-T-S, Jets.
Even their main guy, Fireman Chuck or whatever, Ed, was it Fireman Ed, the guy who used to lead the chants? He retired because he's like, once he retired, I've never seen that team do well ever since. They've been downhill since Ed retired.
I think they've just been downhill. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
No, because I'm pretty sure he retired right after they had those 2 years in a row they went to the AFC Championship with Rex. What year was that? That was 2014.
That was 10 years ago.
Name the time that Tom Brady tore his ACL. That's the one of the years.
Yeah, that was like 2011, I think.
Yeah, that was the Matt
2010.
Cassell or Carell? Cassell.
Cassell.
Yeah.
Castle.
Yeah, there you go. And then didn't he sign a big deal to like Kansas City after that year? After he had that year starting for because I think we went 11-5 without Brady.
They did go 11-5 without Brady. But I can't remember if he signed. Was it with the Chiefs or the Texans?
It might have been with the Texans. The Texans did sign a Patriots quarterback, but I don't know which one it is.
I thought it was
they
Ryan
signed-
Mallett.
They signed multiple.
They definitely signed Ryan Mallett. And they also signed Matt Castle, I think.
Ryan Mallett is
And also
Really?
Tom Savage. Was Tom Savage a Patriots quarterback?
I thought he got drafted by the Texans because he was under Bill
Maybe.
O'Brien, but he could have been because of that connection.
I'm not sure.
That's a fine era of NFL quarterbacks. Actually, I feel like it's like the New England backup quarterback.
Oh my
It's
god,
like
Matt Schaub.
Schaub, yeah. Schaub was good for them though.
Yeah, he was
He was.
really good.
Who was he after? He was after David Carr, right? Like immediately after David Carr.
Yeah, he was right after David
Yeah.
Carr. Then they had Fitzmagic for a year, and then Brian Hoyer. So that was the Patriots quarterback we forgot.
Brian
Oh,
Hoyer.
Hoyer, that's right.
Yeah. And now
Texans
it's
backup Patriots quarterbacks, huh? So are we confirming McCorkle Jones? I'm sorry, Cam Newton to the Houston Texans next season?
absolutely not. I think he'll retire before he goes to Houston.
Yeah, he's
Good point. He got all those running backs.
I'm kidding. He'll play literally anywhere they pay
He got all those running backs.
No.
Got run that old Florida full house set, just like Florida run it back.
Yeah, they got so many of them. Who all they got now? They got like Frank Gore,
David Johnson,
David Johnson,
Mark Ingram,
Mark Ingram.
Philip Lindsay.
Lindsey. Yeah, Phil Lindsey. I would say Lindsey Graham. Yeah, you
Do they
got-
still have Carlos Hyde too?
No,
No,
he's with the
Carlos
Jags.
For the Jags.
That's interesting.
So they got all the other journeymen.
But I mean,
Yeah, basically.
the Colts are. I would say the Colts are kind of like just a step up from the Houston Texans with the amount of running backs that they have, but their running backs are younger.
And good.
They are pretty good.
They're just
But apparently
good.
Mark Ingram is really good, though. Apparently. That's what he's been saying.
Dude, it's Mark. He's 31, right? Like he's old.
Yeah, he's old.
But
He looks like a
he's-
defensive tackle.
Yeah, like he's gonna fall off a cliff, and I think it already happened.
Yes, but not especially running behind that. I don't even know if this Texans offensive line is good. I have no idea. All I know,
They're
I
definitely
know-
not going to be good this year. Both
No
their
one-
tackles have COVID.
No one on
Oh.
the team is good.
On who the Texans?
Laramie Tunsil. And Justin Reed. That's about it.
Okay. So, not to go on a quick rant, but a quick thing right here. How good is he that he ruined your franchise? Okay, continue.
That's not his fault.
Continue. Anyways,
That's Bill O'Brien's fault.
yeah, that's true. Bill O'Brien stinks.
okay.
A lot
you
of
can
things
steal
ruined
anyone-
that franchise.
You can steal anyone from his team, from the Texans. Obviously, not one player because he's not going to allow to play in the NFL right now. Who are you taking?
Larry
Laramie
Tunsil.
Tunsil.
Well,
Okay.
with like 100%. Not Larry Tunsil.
Okay.
We don't have a left tackle.
We sure don't.
Yep. Okay. Name anyone else.
Justin Reed.
JJ Watt.
He is good.
JJ Watt plays for the Cardinals.
I know it's a joke.
He smiled and everything. Come on, man. You
Come on.
got,
I'm gonna see who all
There's,
is on the
there's
roster
three
right
people
now.
here. It's
They
hard
have
to
the-
Wait,
figure out
don't they
who
have
else.
whatever Cunningham, the linebacker, he's overpaid,
That's all-
but he's decent.
Zach Cunningham?
Oh, they got Rex Burkhead too. What the fuck?
No, he retired.
They got like
I thought
6
Burkhead
running backs.
retired.
Did he?
I think Deion White retired.
Nah,
Yeah,
Burkhead's still there.
there's a dude who went to the Titans because there was a picture of
Yeah,
him.
That's
Lewis.
Deion Lewis, right?
Deion
But
Lewis.
no,
yeah.
I thought Rex Burkhead retired at the beginning of the offseason, like way a long time ago. I was actually told the other day that that Rex Burkhead retired, by the way, as well by someone who's a Patriots fan. But continue.
Yeah, I mean, he
They
may as
probably
well
thought,
retire.
like when he left the Patriots, he retired because they don't keep up with anybody
Yeah.
outside of New England. It's kind of what Patriots fans do.
I'm looking through the Texans depth chart, and I don't know any of these players.
Jaleel Johnson, a guy who started for us last year, is fourth string on the Texans. Do you understand that?
Who's your team again?
I'm
He's a Vikings fan.
That's right.
Fan.
Okay, I couldn't see it. But yeah.
You're good. I was just showing it, not like, are you dumb? I wasn't doing that.
Okay, cool.
But that's how crazy, like, people talk about Kamara scoring all those touchdowns on us. The guy that we had starting a game can't make second team on the Texans.
I mean, they signed like 50 players.
I don't get how that many roster spots. I was thinking about
I don't know.
They don't. I don't
It
understand.
was-
They
it
signed
was
like
crazy.
80 players.
It was
Like,
53. They signed
it was-
53 players.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
insane.
That's what I heard. They had like the most amount of like new players on this. Like,
Wait,
New-
so is the 53 outside of the draft? Is 53 signed players and then the draft class?
No.
I think it's 53
No,
signed
they
players.
had three draft picks.
yeah, they only
Yeah,
had
it's-
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, I think it's like 56 new players total.
yeah.
Well, they
that
had
who
like
weren't on the
4,
team
but they
last
traded
year.
up.
They traded.
Your boy Nico.
Yeah, they traded up with one of us.
Come
We
back.
took one of their picks.
They
They
traded with us.
did. It was like
They
one of the worst trade ups, also, like for draft value.
They wanted Nico Collins bad. They said we gotta get him.
And now he's 6 on the depth chart.
I don't know how bad they wanted him. They just wanted to get you back for stealing Kellen Mond. They were like, all right, the Vikings want this guy. We got to get him back. We're taking him. I don't care
Let me ask you this question.
what it costs.
Let me ask you guys this question. Because, I think we need to give love to stinky teams as well because, they stink. And, we're all about the trash run around here, right?
I love bad teams. Hell yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm a
okay.
Panthers fan.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so who do you think? Okay, so right now I think we got a really good race for the number 1 pick this year. Already starting off.
Do we?
And I think so. I think it's between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets.
It's 100% the Texans, dude. Like, they are
Yeah.
running away with it. Like, there's
But the
it's not
Jets
even
are
a
coming close.
competition.
They're coming in hot right now.
They
Their
came
defense
close
is too
last
good.
year, but we've seen that they can't lose on purpose.
They can't. And now they got a coach who won't lose on purpose.
Like
yeah.
they
Salah
even
is
lose
never-
at tanking.
never
That's how
bumped like
bad
this
the
again.
Jets
Yeah.
are.
I think the Jets win 3 games. Like, I don't know who they're playing, but I feel like their defense is going to get really locked in by the end of the year. Offense is going to be just as bad as always, but I think the defense is going to pop somebody in the mouth like late in the game when they're not paying attention to it. You know what I mean? It's like those bad. Yeah, no, bad teams always do that shit. Like, they always just like pop off on some team who's on like a 7-game win streak, and they just jaw them like real quick, and it's over.
Do they play the Bills week 17 or 18? Are the Bills the 2 division rivals that they play back to back pretty much? Because
They're sweeping the Bills.
They'll beat the Bills that last game because the Bills are going to get COVID because Cole Beasley.
Let me look at their roster.
Oh, they're playing the Bills
Wait.
the last week of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. It's going to be because the NFL did some crazy shit this year that I hate. They made you. It's good for ratings, but I fucking hate it because I have to play the Bears week fucking.
Week 18 is Jets Bills.
Yep, I knew it. Hey, I just guessed that too. But we have to play the Bears week 16. Then we play the Chargers, and then we play the Bears again, and that could be our division or our playoff chances because they would jump in front of us. If we lose to them, I'm gonna be sick. And week 18 is gonna be Justin fucking Fields at US Bank, and we're gonna get shit on by the quarterback that we're supposed to draft. I'm gonna be sick.
Actually, the quarterback that the Panthers were supposed to draft.
Yeah, and they were gonna
Correct.
trade the pick to us, but we
And
said
then the Broncos.
All right, you know what made me unreasonably upset today?
What?
I was listening to the Mina Kimes podcast.
First of all, shout out
and
Mina
they were doing
Kimes.
that. I love Mina Kimes. They were doing the NFC South recap. It was her and Steven Ruiz. And Steven Ruiz, I think he used to be a Panthers fan. Like he's trying to force himself out of being a Panthers fan because the franchise stinks. But he brought up that
Coward.
last offseason, instead of paying James Bradbury the Panthers paid Teddy Bridgewater and let James Bradbury go.
That's false.
And this offseason, and so we went with the quarterback over the corner. This offseason, instead of drafting a quarterback in Justin Fields, we went with a cornerback in J.C. Horn. So we could have had James Bradbury and Justin Fields instead of Teddy Bridgewater / Sam Darnold. Well, yeah, Teddy Bridgewater / Sam Darnold and J.C. Horn.
That's a bad narrative because the choice was Shaq or Bradbury. It wasn't Teddy or Bradbury. When we extended Shaq, we decided we were going to let James Bradbury walk. We could only afford to keep one of them.
We could have kept both if we hadn't signed Teddy Bridgewater.
I think we could have, but I don't think that was the plan. Like, we needed a quarterback, and that's just, like, true. I'm not defending Teddy specifically,
we needed a quarterback, but that was my whole thing with signing Teddy Bridgewater. This team wasn't good enough to compete.
No,
and that was very clear. So you either tank and go in for maybe the best quarterback class in the last 10 years since the Big Ben, Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers class. So you either tank and try to get one of those quarterbacks.
Yeah, let me pump the brakes on that one, though. It is entirely too early to compare this current draft class with rookies that have not played a single game yet with, that crazy draft class before with, Manning and all them. No, it's way too early for all that. We're not crowning anybody yet. Justin Fields has not played a game. He hasn't. He looked good in a preseason.
He's played a game. Sam Darnold has not. Sam Darnold said
Sam plays on Saturday. It doesn't matter.
Sam's play on Saturday, buddy.
Yeah, they already confirmed it. He is. But, I think it's way too early to tell, and we won't be able to decide one way or the other until we see, how it all shakes out. The Teddy move is still a head-scratcher to me, but I understand why this current regime decided to go for, J.C. Horn and Sam Darnold. I get it. If Horn ends up being a lockdown corner, it makes sense, but those are a lot harder to come by than quarterbacks are.
I disagree.
There's 5 of them.
Respectfully or disrespectfully?
Respectfully. Of course.
5 of what?
Pure lockdown corners. There are only 5 in the whole league.
You should have been a Vikings fan, and now you should be a Broncos fan because there's a guy named George Patton fucking hates the Vikings, and he hates the Broncos too, and he's a GM for them motherfuckers. Go ahead and look at the last 14 picks by the Vikings, and how many first-round cornerbacks are still on the roster? Zero. Yep. 3 of our last.
So if you think there's only 5 elite corners still, what is the gap between the mediocre and good and average?
I think the gap is a lot bigger between the top tier corners and the mid tier corners than it is from the top tier quarterbacks and the mid tier. I think you can still win a Super Bowl with a guy like Sam Darnold. Oh, not Sam Darnold, Matt Stafford. But I don't think you can win big with shitty with bad corners in general.
You cannot win a Super. There's only 2 ways to win a Super Bowl, and it's been the same way for a bajillion years. Only one person broke that rule. You have to have a rookie contract or a quarterback, a quarterback cannot take up more than 13% of the roster
salary cap.
Yeah.
So it's either a rookie or a quarterback so good that they can propel you past that.
Yeah.
That's the only way quarterback. So Matt Stafford with his contract will never win you a Super Bowl.
I'm not saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. Matt, even though that team is kind of broken because they're paying people that I don't know. That's weird.
I don't know how they're paying people, to be honest.
The Rams, absolutely no idea.
Because they literally released a bunch of everybody to because they were broke. They didn't really have no money. They didn't even play Clay Matthews, and I think they had to go to court or had to file a grievance to get his money.
And
they released Todd Gurley. Yeah,
Todd Gurley still claims that they didn't pay him.
So it's and then all of a sudden now he was able to sign Jalen Ramsey to this big contract. Aaron Donald. Well, I don't know. Was Aaron Donald before or after they cut people?
Aaron Donald was before. They signed Aaron Donald a couple of years ago, I think.
So they because they gave an extension to Gurley they gave a contract to Clay Matthews and to Aaron Donald. And then
Matthews,
it's like,
Matthews is tiny though. Like his contract is
he
only like
didn't have a
11
big
million
deal.
or something like that.
It was
Brandon
Goff
Whedon
and Gurley with the massive.
Yeah,
deal.
Goff.
Brandon Whedon got a 2-year deal, and that motherfucker didn't play more than 4 games. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I didn't even know he was there.
He got 6. I think he got 16 million for 2 years. The motherfucker didn't play.
that's the dream. That's the dream. Kind of. All right. So we were just talking about. Hold on, I'm
Nothing.
blanking.
Absolutely nothing.
Now the
All right, so
Panthers
we-
think at tanking and have no plan for the future.
You said
I
I think
this
the plan
offseason-
right now. I think the plan right now is Sam Darnold. We'll see how it shakes
It,
out.
that is the plan. All right, the Panthers don't have a good plan. Let me say that.
Okay. All right. We'll put a pin in
Find
that.
out.
We'll put a pin in that a little bit later to when we go to you guys' training camp. You guys can argue about that. Who do you think is going to be the third team that can be like in the stink bowl?
The Lions.
Um,
The Lions.
Okay.
It's
the
the
Lions.
Lions, and it's not close.
Yeah, I watched that preseason game. Them boys are going to run the ball. How many plays do you think a game? Like 70? 70 plays a game? They'll probably run the ball 60
I don't
Oh,
know.
minutes.
the Bengals fucking suck.
The Bengals aren't
I'm
that
sorry.
bad. Bengals are
Fans,
better
if
than the
you're
Lions.
watching this, I'm so sorry. And it's not because you don't have the talent on your team. It's just because it's like the second year with the talent on the team. So, like, you already got little babies out there.
And
It's
don't-
going to be bad.
And I don't
Maybe as a
believe in
head
that.
coach.
I don't believe in that coach, and they have no O line. Like they didn't draft anybody. They drafted Jamar Chase instead of Sewell. Like I know they
I like
have that
pick. I
left.
like that pick.
I know. Oh, I know. I like the pick, 'cause especially because I'm an LSU homer, so I was like stoked about it. Like, but like their line is not good, and I don't believe in Zach Taylor.
I don't think
I don't know
anybody
either.
believes in Zach
Yeah.
Taylor.
He
Nobody.
just runs wide zone. I've been reading articles by a guy named Sands. He runs wide zone, and I love wide zone. That's my favorite offense. And I've been reading a lot of articles. He loves wide zone. That's my shit.
I did hear that apparently that Joe Mixon, they want to make him the most used player on that team, which, I mean, I know Jonathan's be happy because he's a big Joe Mixon fan. But the thing is, though,
Well,
It's healthy,
let's
so-
not say.
I'll
I'm
say
a
you're
big fan of
you're
the
an advocate.
talent of
You're an
Joe
advocate.
No, that's not true. He said, I don't like what he does on the field, but what he does off the field is what
Yeah, he loves
gets
it.
behind.
Loves it.
All right, I gotta chill on my name like that.
He's like, I don't like that shit he does on the field. That who cares?
Was the
I feel
reports
like
true?
they said this. They said the same shit about Joe Mixon last year, though. It's why I paid like $70 for him in my auction draft.
So
But
Like-
then he got hurt. He was
Yeah.
pretty good when he
That's a-
played.
He was not.
They say
He
that
was
every
not
year.
good before the injury. He wasn't. Like I had him all year, and he wasn't cutting it. I was trying to give him away straight up. Like he was awful all year because they
Wasn't
weren't
Gio taking some
utilizing him.
snaps from him?
Yeah, Gio was taking
Of
all the
course,
all the
Gio-
red zone touches.
Gio always
Z-
takes snaps from him.
Who's his
Yeah,
backup now?
I
Gio's
know, buddy.
gone.
I know this. I just saw this on Fantasy Footballers, and I fucking can't remember.
Travion Williams.
Oh, I saw this. So this is a good strategy. Why y'all look that up? So when your running back's about to get paid, right? Turn him into the fucking use machine. Just use the fuck out of him. Then fuck it. Just use
It's called the DeMarco Murray.
dog beat the motherfucker. And then when you pay him, give him 2 years of guarantee because he's gonna suck the next 2 years, and then have a great day because that motherfucker's career's over. Because if you live past that, you're just a legendary running back, and then it's worth paying you. Not many people do. Look at Todd Gurley. They used the fuck out of him from the beginning. Let me change this. They beat the piss out of him from the beginning, so he didn't even get to really make it to his second contract.
They knew he was.
They
They knew he had arthritis when he was drafted. Like that was
Yeah.
always that was always a problem. Same thing with Sony Michel. They knew they only had one contract out of him.
Yeah. Rip.
Same thing with Jay Ajayi.
Oh yeah, Ajayi had the same problem too.
Oh yeah. He has arthritis in his knees too. He really just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
Is he still
was
in the
sick.
league or no?
No, not
no,
really.
he just got cut by the Eagles.
Yeah,
I
they
thought he
don't
got
have
traded to the
anybody.
Dolphins.
I think they cut him last year.
No.
He-
Remember, I sent it in the chat. Remember, and you thought I laughed at him because I said, "Wow, he got cut," and then I was talking about I
Oh,
love
yeah,
it. And I
yeah.
was talking about your cornerback shit.
That's right.
He might have been on the Jets.
Samaje Perine is the backup.
Samaje.
But he
Shout
kind
out.
of
I remember
stinks.
him.
They drafted Chris
Oklahoma great.
Evans in the
He's all right,
4th round
yeah.
this year.
Hold on. So is that the guy? He's from the football team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We drafted him 5th round from Oklahoma.
He was the dude that played with Joe Mixon at Oklahoma. Like, they were the two who had a running back attack.
Yeah, I think that's the 3rd team in the power rankings of dog shit.
I think so.
Yeah, apparently.
You going
I was gonna
Bengals
ask-
over Lions?
Yeah, because the Lions. Okay, so the Lions have like actual studs in positions.
What positions?
Their defensive end is listen, you don't know his name. The guy barely played and got 10 sacks last year. He's an absolute bodily freak. I can't even say his name.
You talking about the one whose brother is also on the team?
That guy stinks though. This guy's good.
What are you
He does
talking
have a brother.
about?
Okafor, I think. No,
Oh, yeah, Jamil.
Oh, Julian Okwara.
Okwara, yeah. So Okwara is
Yeah,
good.
he's
They got
sick.
he's very good. I wanted the Vikings to sign him. I wanted, and I would pay him what they paid him, 100%, and they gave him a little extra money. They have 2 good linebackers. I don't know their DB situation really. I really don't know.
I mean, they
what's his
took
name?
what's his name in the 1st round last year, and he had a
Yeah,
bad.
Okuda.
He had a bad rookie year. Yeah, Okuda had a bad rookie year, but also like Matt Patricia is just an asshole. So I don't know what's going to happen there.
And he had like hip surgery this offseason.
He's not that
He
guy.
played with all last year. So
Yeah, so
maybe
we'll see.
it was like a bad hip.
And I
They
also-
drafted I think they drafted 2 DBs this offseason.
Yeah, and they also took Sewell, who's gonna like they are definitely in the rebuild, but I also think their coach is a crazy person, and he is going to win more games than the bottom 3 teams.
Yeah.
Like he's going to bite off some kneecaps and win 5 games.
They'll definitely be like a top 15 running attack.
I don't know because it depends. Like his
I don't
coaching
believe that.
style
It's the Lions.
only works if you're winning.
I don't think so. I think it works. I think you can build with it. Like I think that you
Yeah.
don't have to. Yeah, I think getting a bunch of guys to just get that dog mentality like right out the gate and just like we're gonna punch you in the mouth no matter how bad we're losing. I think that shit works, and I
It's
think
a
they're
culture
gonna
builder
win.
for sure.
It's a culture
But-
builder, and that's why they
Yeah,
brought him
but-
in.
But if you got 2 years of 2 and fucking 16 or whatever it's gonna be, that dies because you're like, I'm tired of getting my ass beat and not doing shit.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's got to see some improvement, right? Like,
Yeah.
They need to see it. Like honestly, like the Panthers did. Like we blew up the whole roster and still won as many games we did before. But we play teams even tougher.
The Jets of what's his face. He has that mentality. I can't think of his name right
Yeah.
now. He's on ESPN.
Robert Salah.
Yeah,
no, not him. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about took Mark Sanchez to the fucking.
Oh,
He's
Rex
that guy.
Ryan?
Rex Ryan. He's a weird, goofy fucker that does some crazy shit too.
I kind of see. I can see that parallels. I kind of see that. Like he could, he might, because I mean, he makes all the big sound bites. People, the media loves him. So if he does well, then that team is just going to be like pushed super hard.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have a strong running attack, a good defense. I'm trying to think, what was the wide receiver that they drafted that looks really good?
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
St.
he
Brown.
looks sick.
That man is quick. Yeah,
I heard
He's
his name
5'11".
and I knew he was good. It doesn't matter.
yeah.
His dad's
He
a
has some good
bodybuilder.
breaks.
His dad literally looks like a fucking Greek god, by the way.
His brother
hell
plays
yeah.
for the Packers. And like I remember when his
Is
brother
he
got drafted.
Equanimous?
Yes.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Oh, they all
I
have
know that dude.
ridiculous names. I think they have a younger brother also whose name might be even wilder. But like none of the brothers stretch. Their dad like won't let them stretch. He is anti-stretching.
There's a
They
lot
better
of
be
people
fucking. They
like
better be fucking stretching.
that. Randy Moss was anti-stretch.
Randy Moss is nuts. Stretching.
I can't remember the reason for it, but their dad does not let them stretch, which is
That's wild. You don't hear
I
that.
think my pizza's here.
I thought it was going to be 300 minutes.
Takes forever. Hold on, what was I about to say?
Let me look at
what
the
about
third brother's
though?
name.
How do you feel about the Eagles possibly in the bottom 3?
Oh, they're gonna be bottom. They're definitely bottom 4.
Oh, they're definitely the bottom, yeah. Because I mean, everyone's been okay. So my thing, all right, before I get to the Eagles again, because like I heard the reports. I don't know if they're true. I meant to ask you guys: Are the reports true about Joe Burrow, and he's like having issues with his knee, and he hasn't been trusting it. Because I saw a report that was like how he was early in camp. I know he's not playing this week. Revenge game for William Jackson III.
I wouldn't be shocked, dude. Like that was a pretty insane injury. Where like I think he'll be fine in the long run, but I wouldn't be shocked if he's like not ready week 1.
They say he's supposed to be ready week 1. He could have a setback. Who's their backup? Ryan Finley?
I don't even know. I couldn't tell you. It probably is Ryan Finley though. It sounds right. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it's him. It's Ryan Finley.
I mean, he won. He beat the Steelers last year.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Ryan Finley got traded to the Texans.
Did he?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he
for-
did.
No. They traded somebody else. He's a Bengal right now.
Is he? Ryan Finley's a big one right
No. He's a free agent.
Brandon Allen is the
Yeah.
backup.
Brandon Allen.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
And then Kyle Shermer and Eric
Oh, yeah,
Dungy
Kyle
are the
Shermer.
backups.
By the way, he actually said that he doesn't trust his knee yet, is what he said.
Okay, that makes sense. It does. That injury was pretty brutal. Like it makes sense that you wouldn't really trust it even this far out.
Especially when like first game playing is back against a team that injured you.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, he'll bounce back though. Kid's a fucking warrior.
We'll see. Well, he's a Bengal, so.
The other brother's name is Osiris. So you have Osiris. Amun-Ra, and Equinamius St. Brown.
Yeah, they're all gods from Egyptian gods, by the way.
I mean, yeah, I figured that. Equinamius, I didn't know that, but the other two I did.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and kick off the training camp reports this week for week 2 for the Washington football team or the Washington Red Wolves. Any information? Oh, actually, okay, so we were talking about this before the show, but Jason Wright, that tweet that you saw, he retweeted it and said there's not a formal, like an 8-team list that they have, a final 8, but they have 3 names that are like, their final 3. They're looking between so it's not like an actual 8 list, a team of 8, but it's a final 3. If that makes sense. So like the list that's floating around by 8 different names, that's not a real thing.
Oh no.
Yeah. But it's just the 3 names. It's the 3 names that are finalists for.
No. They asked the fans out of these 8 which one would you like to see, and then from their reaction they picked 3. That tweet literally has the thing from the Washington football team saying, which of these one of these teams do you like? And then they pick 3 from that list.
No. Yes, but like what Jason Wright literally quote retweeted and saying that's it's not an official 8, like a final 8, but they have 3 names that are like the finalists.
I read the tweet. And
So it could be like the social media. I think it could be from the social media team. But that's the words coming from Jason Wright. Because they also released a video, like a hype video with him, Ron Rivera, and Mayhew. And they beeped out the 3 names. He's like, yeah, I like this one. I'm not a fan of any of the logos that they showed in that video. They don't look very good.
What video?
It was kind of like a teaser video of like the name could be this. They've been doing like different series as they get to like plateaus in the name search. And so Jason Wright was like a sit down meeting with Ron Rivera.
Where is this video?
It's on the Washington football team page, like on their Twitter page.
I want to see what the logos look like.
They don't look good. There's like hold on, let me see if I can screen share real quick.
Oh, Tucker, have you watched Camp Confidential yet?
I saw episode 1. Is episode 2 dropped yet, or is that dropped tomorrow?
I think it drops tomorrow. I haven't watched episode 1 yet. I need to, though.
Yeah, I watched it.
Was it
was
good?
pretty fun. Yeah, it was pretty fun. They showed off the DB coach and Dante Jackson's house, and just showing off some shit. They didn't show any Sam Darnold or any of a lot of the big guys.
True.
And then it was mostly just hanging out. I think next week's the one tomorrow is gonna show a lot more practice.
True.
And it showed Matt Rule yelling at everybody for a while. Did show that.
Makes sense. Happens frequently, so easy to catch on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle and CJ, the Panthers do like our own version of Hard Knocks every year.
I peeped that. It was a recommendation on my YouTube channel. I didn't watch it though.
The Vikings
Camp
do too.
Confidential.
We have the Voyage. The Voyage.
Yeah, he
Hell
stole
yeah.
it from us.
It's not very good though.
Ours is pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Our
Production on it's
cinema,
pretty good.
yeah, our production's really good. Especially once they got rid of the narrator, it got way better.
Facts.
Have y'all watched the high school football one that's on HBO about that team from Maryland?
No, I haven't watched that.
It has Clowney's cousin on it, Demon Clowney.
Didn't we play against him at South Point?
No,
he played his
no.
team.
He played from
Wasn't
Maryland.
that the dude? Not Clowney. Clowney's cousin.
No. Keith called him Clowney's cousin, but no, he went to like a school in Baltimore that played against IMG like in
Was
2019.
his name not Clowney also?
Mm-mm. But LSU
Maybe
after they
you
won the
just keep
national
calling him
championship,
Clowney got me.
he was committed.
But he was like,
he's wearing Clowney's number, and he kneed me in the head.
yeah, that was just trying to hurt. He was wearing Clowney's number. He was big. He had dreads. 7.
But LSU dropped this kid after they won the national championship, right before signing day. He was a 5-star, and they said, "Oh, we're not going to sign you." After he was committed for a year and a half to them.
Sheesh.
That stinks.
That would suck.
His name's fucking Demon Clowney. Demon.
Well, she got Dakotas Crawford.
The coldest to ever do it, Crawford.
That's
Big
pretty
Cat. He got Big Cat.
It's too bad his middle name's not real.
Yeah. The first name is though, and that's enough.
Yeah, dude, Dakotas Crawford. Like he's nasty too, which is so good. Just give your kid a cool name, and they're gonna be awesome at sports. It's just facts.
He had to be. There's no way his name could be DeColdest Crawford and him not be really good at something.
He had the
something.
drive to be. He had the drive to be the coldest at anything he did.
Bro,
Like,
like
he-
getting bullied and you stink. Like imagine your name's that and you stink at everything.
But he had. That's what
You
I'm saying.
don't
He had
have a
to find
choice.
something with that. Like whether it's
Yeah.
sports, whether it's like playing the violin,
Sure.
whether it's painting. Like he had to be an amazing art. He had to be the coldest at something.
But what if he
Yeah.
wasn't though? What
But
if
that's
he was
like
just
Cam
like
Newton naming his
trash?
son Legend.
Is it Future's kid
Like
named
Cam
Legend
Newton's
too?
son,
Or he has a kid named Legend?
maybe.
No, Childish Gambino's kid's named Legend. I think.
It's an Atlanta thing, I guess. All those
Yeah.
guys are from Georgia.
Hey, I'm about to go get me some wings from Atlanta pretty soon, my guy.
Lemon
hell
ever
yeah.
wet?
I don't know if I'm going. I'll hold off on the Magic City trip for us, but I'm definitely going to find me some wings. I think I might go in a couple weeks, maybe next week actually. Hold on, let me see. I got
You
the
gonna hit up
pictures.
Calvin Ridley's wing spot?
Oh wait, what was that one? It was at a car wash, right?
You get wings from a car wash before every single home game.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I mean it's like you get wings from a car wash, you get wings from a strip club. Like it's just different. Wings just hit different out there, which I'm not
I
mad
need
at.
to
Like
try it.
that might be my next moving spot. Like to be honest with you, just to get wings every day. Show on
I
screen.
got wings today.
You got blessed
I had
today.
some wings.
I did.
All right, so here's one of them.
They look like the Grizzlies logo, kind of, but with a wolf.
Oh,
instead of a
that's
bear.
dope though. I like it.
I don't.
I like
It's not
it.
red.
Well, I mean, it's red. It's red like a wolf.
I feel like
is
it's just
red.
like I think it's just like the rest of the video.
I don't
of the
think they're going
photo.
to do Red Wolves. I think that they're going to get away from that.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Jason said something about new rituals and new like. They're not going to say to stop singing like after like the game, like hail to the to the team, but the marching band is supposed to be back next year, so I don't know what they're going to do as they like do the whole rebuild.
Hail
Of
to
the
the
name of the
Armada.
Maybe.
Is that the Armada logo?
I love that. That's sick.
What's less like a hockey logo?
Yeah. I can see that. Like the Predators. Is that kind of the Predators? I don't know. I don't watch hockey.
No, the Predators are like a saber-tooth tiger HUD.
Oh.
Smile it on. They found one underneath the stadium.
I like that too. What the fuck?
That reminds me of
That's the copy of
Power Rangers SPD.
Oh, that big dog that they was. It reminds me of the dog, Jimmy Neutron's dog.
That's a
Got
that's
it?
a copy.
Yeah.
That's a copy of the Coyotes logo. It's like the same fucking logo.
Then there's two more.
I kind of like that actually.
No, don't like that.
I like the numbers on the helmet so much. I don't want them to change up.
Me either. I love it. I love what,
that's
I love their
literally
current move.
dude from My Hero Academia.
Oh my god, it is.
This is the only one I kind of like.
Man, it looks like a fucking shitty software company.
What is that? Yeah.
That's exactly what that looks like.
You open up your computer and you look at your hard drive, and that's the logo you see.
Like if you flip that upside down, like that could be a Microsoft logo. Like it's
That's
It
trash.
might be Adobe.
That is
Vanguard.
trash. That is a terrible logo.
Vanguard.
I've seen that logo in Destiny.
It is. I think that ass is actually. Then you
I
say
think I
that.
know. Once I started thinking about it, I really think that is.
bro. I think they literally just stole all of those. Like that is.
They just
from
don't
Destiny. I've
seem-
seen that also.
I don't think these like the
That
real logos.
is literally dude from My Hero Academia. Tokoyomi, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just stole other people's logos. I'm like, hey, what do you guys think of these? You like
And they're
them?
just gonna remake them slightly different.
Correct.
You
Gotta
know,
avoid the
you
copyright.
think they look fake, and then you see the Guardians logo. You're like,
Yeah.
oh no, like this is
That
real.
logo's bad.
It's pretty bad. Like I don't even mind the name, but the logo doesn't scream Guardians in any capacity. It's just like a cartoon baseball with like the fucking G on it.
Correct.
I like it.
Gee, you
I'm a big
that's
fan.
what it should come out to. Actually, that'd be tough. Okay, so the Washington football training camp report goes as this. A big thing that I'm looking forward to this week against the Cincinnati Bengals is the fact that Kyle Allen has confirmed to be playing this week. So we'll see how healthy that ankle is and see if he can make a viable play for that number 2 quarterback position, because this week
Number one.
pretty much firmed up that Ryan Fitzpatrick will be starting this year to start the season. So really, pretty much it's Heineke versus Kyle Allen for that number 2 quarterback spot. We'll see what happens. Good chance Montez probably gets cut. Or I don't know. You'll probably be a practice squad guy.
Yeah, Ron loves his guys.
Yeah. To a
Tamark
fault.
Hemingway was a run guy for like 3 years here in Carolina.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
bad.
He was looking good early in camp, but the last week he's been looking like straight dog water.
Yeah, Ron always keeps guys around he knows. Like it's just what he does. You take the good with the bad with him. You feel me? Like
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Sammy Reyes has been a guy who's I really like him a lot, actually. His work ethic is insane. This man has been seen at practice like an hour after practice, still working on balls and catching and just like trying to learn the game of football, which is good. He will be out this game because of a concussion. He's in concussion protocol, unfortunately. His talent is strong. I don't know if he makes the roster. He should make the roster. Because his talent, I think he has a lot of talent and the work ethic to be really good in this game. He is 30 and he's trying really hard to learn the game and then also play. We'll see what happens, what their decisions are. So the wide receiver. So wide receiver was a position I was very interested in. Already, one of my wide receivers that I loved, Kelvin Harmon, got cut. He got cut earlier last week, I think, or early this week. It was a couple days before the deadline. You had to get down to 85. Sad to see him go, but it made sense. He wasn't drafted by Ron. ACL injury last year in that first year was tough because that would have been a key year for him to really get those odds when Ron was kind of really just looking at everybody.
mhm.
Dax might make the active roster because of his return ability for us. He's been getting a lot of strong looks, and that's what's going to make the last wide receiver spots really muddy because of the return factor. I think Isaiah Wright is gone, So Steven Sims, if how well he does in the return game, and Dax, if he continues to put together some good like reps, especially on special teams, that should be an interesting.
How
Interesting.
many how many wide receivers are you carrying? 6?
6.
I think 6. Yeah.
So
Terry, Curtis, Humphreys, Diami.
Most likely, AGG's been looking good. It's between AGG and Cam Sims is going to get that 5th spot, and then after that is either who can play special teams. So either DeAndre Carter, Steve Sims Jr. or Dax.
Steve Sims Jr. is going to get it.
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, he's good, but I don't know. He's really streaky of a player. Like he has the talent potential to be really good in the slot for us, but he's really streaky. I'm not a big fan of his return game. I just want I need a dynamic returner, and I do like DeAndre Carter. He's really fast, but we'll see what happens. See if anyone can break a big one this week, and I think that would be a key factor for us. That's pretty much it for me right now. I like where things are at on the defense side of the ball. Cole Holcomb has making vast improvements in the run game, and it's been more patient in the pass game in practice. Jamin Davis is looking good.
Is Reuben Foster still on your team?
Who is?
Reuben Foster?
No, he's a free agent.
He is?
Yeah.
Is he still hurt, or is he healthy and a free agent?
He's been posting like he's saying he's been healthy, he's ready to go. But I mean, he's trying to hype himself
up. The
up.
Vikings going to bring him in, bro. The Vikings bring him in, it's over.
I would hate that. If he's like actually healthy now, that would stink. Because I mean, he tore his Achilles twice, or no, it was his knee and then it was his Achilles.
He hurt his shoulder last year, I thought.
I know he was out for Achilles last year, but I don't know what, because we also got him when he was hurt.
It was ACL.
Okay, that's what I'm sure. But yeah, other than that, I'm still looking. I have to do some more looking into our backup ends are looking like. I have to watch closely on that in this Bengals game this week, because that's also going to be interesting. Who's going to be that 5th rotational defensive or 3rd rotational defensive end going to be? But I'm pretty excited for the Bengals game tomorrow, I think. So that is my report. Kyle, why don't you go tell us how your Vikings are looking? Yeah, Washington plays 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Mine's pretty quick. Camp is closed to media now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So our camp's over. They bring in like the ESPN guys and stuff like that. You can't tweet while practice is going on. They have a tweet embargo. No videos. No images. Just when practice ends, you can tweet what you saw. So what we saw is Anthony Barr's been gone since August 5th. He hasn't been playing. Cam Smith, who found out because of COVID protocols that he had heart problems and had to have surgery. He came back this year after missing 2020 with heart surgery, open heart surgery. He played a good bit of the game against the Broncos. He got a concussion. Locked On Vikings guy Luke said that when he got to the sideline, he like went to a knee. He wasn't practicing for 2 days, and then he retired for his health.
Yeah, that was the guy who came back from like
open heart surgery.
Yeah, open heart surgery. There he is. Yeah.
Yeah, so he retired, which is sad but cool. I'm glad he actually got to get back on the field again after, open heart surgery in a year. What else is going on that's big? Like I said, camp's closed, so it's hard to see what's going on. We just have a bunch of tweets. Darisaw hasn't practiced, but like maybe twice. He went and had another cleanup surgery last week. And he's expected to be back in 2 to 3 weeks. I think 2 weeks is probably good because he was running around, walking around today, around the track. We had the trainer walking him around. Tyler Conklin is hurt, but they don't tell us why because there's no fucking injury report. And they're saying it's not a big deal, but you don't trust Mike Zimmer. Anything big? Nothing really. Kellen Mond's starting to get more reps with the twos. That's it.
As he should.
Yeah, Zimmer came out after the game, called him slow. He doesn't talk a lot. He's too quiet. He's reading the plays too slow. And then they asked him again on Monday before practice, and then Monday after practice, they were like, he was like, Mon was fast, crisp. It was the best practice he ever had, but it was his fourth practice. He only had 3 practices before that. So hopefully Kellen Mond gets the backup job, and we cut Jake Browning. And then
Jake Browning
we don't really have anything
stinks.
else. We don't have anything else going on with us.
All right.
Oh, timeout. Story time about the Vikings. We brought in a old friend for our practice, and his name is Everson Griffin. Everson
Oh,
Griffin
dang.
in January said that Coach Zimmer didn't want Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins is ass. Ask Coach Zim. He then apologized to Kirk on Twitter, adding him at Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins didn't respond or like it. And today we brought him in to Wednesday we brought him in, and the front office can't stop talking about him. That's awesome. I love it. Well, I hope he's just good and he doesn't kill Kirk Cousins because he's apparently crazy. I don't know if you know too much about Everson Griffin, Tuck, but in 2019, he had a mental episode, no jokes about it. He thought people were chasing him around the team hotel at a home game.
I did not know that.
And he tried to break into a teammate's home, and it's a weird, clouded situation where the reports are that he was trying to hurt them physically, and the teams were saying that the teammate said that no, he knew we lived there and he was trying to just get to me, and get in my house to get with me. So like it's clouded. He then missed a bunch of games because of mental health reasons, and then he came back and we won a
And we're
playoff
still
game.
good.
Yeah,
That's sad, dude. I hope whatever's going on with him, he figures it out. Like,
Yeah,
mental
for
health, no
sure.
joke, and that shit sucks. Like, you don't know what someone's going through when they're going through it. You know what I mean? But hope he's doing well, and I hope he tears it up for y'all again. I love to seeing him in purple.
yeah. Sack Daddy's back.
Yeah, him and Daniil Hunter is a really good 1-2 punch.
How
It
old
sure
is he?
is.
He's
Dude,
old.
they're
He's like
old.
He's old.
32?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely on the decline, but he's on like that sweet spot where they still produce in rotation and they're cheap.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, like that's like that's that sweet spot for like the final year, the twilight years of the good D's. Just rotating on like a stacked D line. It's fine. It's just what are you gonna do?
Yeah, like a Justin Houston this year.
Exactly.
Who's still a
Exactly.
free agent, isn't he? He hasn't signed.
No,
yet?
No, he signed
signed
with the
with the
Ravens. Yeah.
Oh, dang, that's really good.
Oh, by the way, there's a little bit of steam. I'm talking about the smallest of steam that the Vikings might be interested in a Pittsburgh receiver. I'm not
James
100%
Washington?
bought. Yeah, I'm not 100% bought in on that because
I
the
hope it's
sources are-
Deontay Johnson.
No, it's
No, it's
James
James
Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, he requested a trade.
And I'm not 100% sure this is a great source, but it got talked about with the right people, and it hasn't been dismissed yet. So that means that that his name has been said.
Yeah.
What kind of compensation do you think they're going to try to get from like a 4th rounder?
No, probably like a 5th or a 6th.
Yeah, fifth or
I mean,
sixth.
how old is he?
He's young.
24,
He's in his
25.
Yeah, he just got drafted a couple years ago.
But
2018,
he's gonna lose literally all of his touches to the team that's on the field, so it doesn't matter.
I think Chase Claypool got hurt actually.
Fine,
Today.
perfectly fine.
He's fine. That's good. Okay.
But yeah, that's the end of my cool news.
Oh, he didn't play at all last year.
Did he really
He's-
not?
Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm just looking at Wikipedia. That's on me. They just don't have 2020 listed for him because I guess they don't care.
He played. He
oh
was
wait,
just
no,
like their
ESPN
fourth
did
wide
report
receiver.
this. Watch your James Washington unreported trade request.
Yep.
They're saying it's
After
a
the
private
game,
conversation.
And it was before that. What's the receiver?
N'Keal Harry?
No, the one that was sitting at home and tweeting about him.
Juju?
No. He was sitting at home watching the Steelers game, and I shared it. In the
Oh,
group chat. He said-
Des Bryant.
Des Bryant said
Oh,
Justin
Dez.
Jefferson, James Washington, and Adam Thielen is going to be It would be a deadly trio.
He said
He was
it's
breaking-
going to be a deadly trio.
Oh yeah.
I still got some insider information. Hope that happens. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then-
that's a crowded receiver room that's ahead of him. So like, he needs to move out somewhere. He's
And he's
talented.
like,
you know,
dot.
He's-
And me. Trying to get himself back on the team.
Facts.
Actually, this is what he's going to do. He's going to be like, oh, they wasn't trying to pay for the trade, but guess what? You can sign me for $1 million and I'll put up the same production.
Nothing. All right, continue.
All right. So let's do the Carolina Panthers
All right,
report.
before we do there, we're on trade reports. So there, and this is kind of an interesting time to the Panthers. There
Okay.
is one player who's rumored to be, who multiple teams have inquired about. I don't know if this means the Eagles are willing to trade him or not, but Andre Dillard, the left tackle they drafted from Washington State, like 3 years ago.
yeah.
He may be available for trade.
Interesting.
It is interesting because the Panthers' left tackle is currently Cam Irving, who has never been good at any position on the offensive line in the NFL, especially not left tackle.
And,
Could
we keep playing our right tackle at left tackle in like preseason like snaps.
Correct.
You know, like the guy we just gave, like $90 million to, we're playing him at left tackle because even though we have openly said he does not like playing left tackle because
Yeah,
of
but
how
now
bad
he's
our
in
situation is.
But now he's in a contract, and now you play him where he plays. I sneakily said that we should hurry up and do a deal with O'Neal at a right tackle pay, and go. But then everyone's hurt. Go over to the left side to help us out for a little bit.
I mean,
And
honestly,
then-
if Timo could pull it off, I'd be comfortable with him at left tackle. Like I'm comfortable with him playing literally line. But
put Morton at left, Andre at right, and then Brady Christensen at guard. Look at that, bro! I just fixed your offensive line.
It depends on if he can do it though, because some guys just really have a hard time like switching their footwork and stuff. Like and like it makes sense to me. It's like suddenly being asked to play left-handed. Like
Yeah, super hard. It
you've
is
been your first step's been one way forever, and your first putt push everything, and then suddenly you have to switch everything around. I would not blame him if he's not good at it, but like. Yeah, I'd be happy trading for Andre Dillard. He's better than what we got behind. Actually, I don't even know who is officially starting. Is it Pat?
No,
I think
he's
Pat Elflein is officially
He's
the
left
starter
guard.
right now.
Yeah,
He's left guard.
yeah. Cam Irving's left tackle, Pat Elflein's left guard.
Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine with either of them at left guard because honestly, like you can't have 5 good starters. Our right side, I'm comfortable with, but like,
who's your right guard?
John Miller.
it's either John Miller or Dennis Daly. Both of them are fine.
Yeah,
Dennis Daly.
in 1 year.
Dennis Daly might be left guard. He's been hurt.
Yeah, if Dennis Daly
Like
makes
today-
left guard, I'm really happy with that. I like him.
Today was his first day back, I think.
It was. Defense went off today too. Though they picked off Lamar 5
5
times.
picks.
5
Yeah, I
times.
saw
They were-
that,
I don't think they were all off Lamar, but they
They-
did intercept 5 passes.
I think it was 5 off Lamar, but I'll have to double check. So I was thinking about it earlier, but this sounds like a lot. But Davion Nixon picked off. I got 2
Two
picks.
of
Like
them.
the DT. Yeah, our defensive tackle
from
did.
Iowa.
Hey, timeout, guys. The Eagles are losing 35-0 to this running back that I don't know his name, and apparently he's going absolutely bananas.
JJ
Yeah.
Oh.
Taylor.
No,
Was it the guy from last week that played
yeah,
against Washington?
7 with the S. Yeah,
Ramondre
apparently he's
Stevenson.
good. Yeah, apparently he's good at the football.
He's good, and JJ Taylor's good. JJ Taylor, like he's only like 5'6", but he's super fast. They're kind of doing a thunder and lightning game with the two of them right now.
Who's their starter running back?
Damian Harris.
Damian Harris. Don't remember that when we draft.
Yes. You're a Georgia guy, so just remember Sony Michelle.
Tony Michelle is so good at football. Really good.
Ooh, so good.
He's great. He had to back a year of being playing in the national championship and then winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Ramondre Stevenson has the 2 touchdowns, but J.J. Taylor has 78 yards on 11 carries. Ramondre
Dang.
Stevenson has 45 on 12. So
All right, can I ask y'all a Panthers question? Two
Yeah,
Panthers fans.
absolutely.
I like to see this because it's part of your camp. Who is your camp winner right now?
Right now, the camp winner is, I think it's got to be Terrace. Like, he's like, I mean, other than, like, all right, not talking like old guys, right? Like, because otherwise, Brian Burns is phenomenal right now. He's just been
Crazy
destroying
spin move
everybody.
I
But
saw.
yeah, that spin move was nuts. Like, he was like already like fully spun within a second. Like, it was.
he's filthy. And luckily, I think we'll have the defensive line talent around him this year for him to show off how filthy he is.
How did Nixon look in the game? Did he not look like he played football?
He didn't look bad, but apparently he just went off at practice today. He had 2 picks. One was tipped. The other one, he literally dropped back into coverage and intercepted the pass.
I didn't like him, and now I like he was my first crush in defensive tackle, and then I kind of fell off of him because of all the bad reports. And I was like, oh, you can get him late, right? And y'all did, right?
5th round. Yeah.
It was pretty late. And then look at him.
Oh, he's so good.
So good, got Tuck frozen.
Yeah, he said TMJ.
Yeah, I did see the that spin move that of Brian Burns had in practice today. They posted it on the Panthers socials. It was insane. So I don't know. I might be going to the Panthers game on Saturday. I'm still up in the air about going. But how do you feel about wide receiver 3? Like, you feel like Terrence Moore did DJ Moore play in the first game?
No, none of our starters played the first game.
And are they confirmed to play some reps this week?
I'm assuming so. I think everybody but Burns is playing this week.
Hey, did we see the Devontae Smith catch?
The first one, or did he have a better one?
He had 2 catches for 19 yards, but continue.
I saw the first one. I think everybody but Burns is going to play a drive or 2 this week. Sam Darnold needs to be playing. I get he's our starter, but we need to see what he can do. He was not
reps.
He was not good with the Jets, and he has not achieved that status to where he's good enough to not play in the preseason. He just hasn't. But
What if they were just trying to
last
protect
week,
him?
I think that's what it was last week, because last week none of our offensive line starters played either. So I get you don't want to play your starting quarterback with your second-team offensive line. That makes sense. This week, our first-team line is playing, so get Sam Darnold in there, see what he can do. He's going to have to play with these guys all year, so if he's going to have to get used to how they play, probably going to be a lot of pressure coming from the left side. Pat Elflein isn't very good, and Cam Irving is horrible. So
Is Christensen at tackle, or is he at guard, or he just rotates tackle?
he's backup right tackle right now, which is why it gets interesting when we talk about moving Taylor Moton to left tackle, because then Brady Christensen would slide in at right. But we paid Cam Irving and Pat Elflein starter money in free, the first day of free agency, early, first hour. So we paid them like starters. We promised them they were going to be starting, and they probably will be, unfortunately. But they also talked today about improving at the left tackle spot, and said maybe in a trade. They're exploring all avenues, including trades. So maybe Andre Dillon's into play. Maybe we re-sign a vet like Russell Okung, who played last year, who's still available.
That could be something. Definitely, this game will be a big factor, because you will still have enough time for him to get ready for week 1, and he's familiar with the offense.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand what the Panthers have been doing the last 2 off seasons. The Teddy signing last year, obviously we weren't going to be good enough to compete. Why sign a quarterback to that big a deal, 3 years, I think $67 million. Just way too much money for a quarterback when, I mean, we paid him more than we were paying Cam when we released Cam. That just doesn't make sense. And even last year, I don't know if Teddy was better than Cam. So we were like getting rid of Cam because he's hurt and washed, and Teddy's supposed to be better. He was not, and he cost more. So that's a double negative. And then we let James Bradbury walk, who was our best DB, because we went out and signed Teddy. He's played like a top 5 cornerback last year.
Who?
James Bradbury.
Oh.
For the Giants, played like a top 5 cornerback last year.
I thought you said Trey Boston. I was like, that motherfucker's not on a roster right now, buddy.
No, not him. And he sure isn't on a roster, which doesn't make sense. Like, he's not bad. He's not great, but he's not bad. He's really bad in run support. Horrendous. But he makes plays in coverage. But yeah, so there literally the plan last year, like we got rid of Cam, Luke retired, everything looked like a full-on rebuild. So okay, I was prepared for that. Like, we're gonna stink. No, we go out and spend $67 million on Teddy Bridgewater. That's not what you do when you're rebuilding. When you're rebuilding, you know you're gonna stink, and you just stink, and you take it for the 1 year, and we would have been in position to maybe not get Trevor Lawrence, but we could have been in position to get Zach Wilson or a Trey Lance or a Justin Fields. We would have been in contention for a top 3 pick if we rolled with Will Grier last year.
Or maybe you guys would have been in a playoff position and you would have been worse off because Will Grier is that good.
We could have kept Kyle Allen, Will Grier, and P.J. Walker as our 3 quarterbacks last year, and we would have been locked into a top 3 pick. But that's not what we did. And then this season, we got rid of Teddy, so I was like, okay, maybe we're going to embrace the tank this year. Because moving off Teddy cost us a good bit of money in dead cap. So we didn't have a lot of cap space to maneuver with. And then the Sam Darnold trade cost us the equivalent of a first-round pick. When you factor in, it was a second-round pick, a fourth-round pick, and a sixth-round pick. That's the equivalent of a first-round pick. So basically gave up a first-round pick in draft capital value for Sam Darnold, who is not that good. I mean, maybe he'll be better with us, and I hope he will, because obviously we have a lot more skill position talent than he had with the Jets, but our offensive line still isn't very good, especially the left side.
Can I ask you a quick question?
I guess.
Do you think the Denver Broncos have a better supporting cast than the Carolina Panthers?
Yeah.
I think they have a deeper cast. I think we have more high-end talent.
On what?
Off our receivers and running back?
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant, like wide receivers, like their skill positions around the quarterback.
Line's better in Denver, though. The receivers are definitely they're better in the Carolina, but they're not like
they're deeper. They're not better.
Huh? I said the Panthers are better receivers.
Oh yeah, Panthers.
But it's not like crazy better. It's not like night and day.
No, that's what I think we're better, but it's more like high end talent. I think they're deeper.
Better than who?
Line is better.
So the question I asked was, do we
talent.
think Denver is a better skill position group around their quarterback than Carolina?
No, absolutely not. I think they're comparable, but I wouldn't give the edge to Denver. If anybody, I would to Carolina. Like, you know, Carolina's got McCaffrey and Denver's got nobody remotely close to him on their roster. I think the top end talent of the receivers are better. Denver has good receivers, but they're not as proven. DJ Moore's had 1,200 yards with 3 different quarterbacks now. Robbie Anderson just came off his career year, and Terrace Marshall is like a really highly rated pick. I think that Denver have 3 really sick receivers, but all of them are pretty unproven. Judy's going into his second year.
Cortland Sutton's coming off a torn ACL.
Off a torn ACL. And who's the third guy?
AJ Hamler.
Yeah, exactly. No, everyone acting like Denver suddenly has all this talent around them, or just Teddy truthers, and like Teddy's not good.
He's not. I think they have more good skill position players than we have, but ours
not at all.
Top end
not
talent,
at all.
like you said.
I don't even think that they have more good players than we do, because I think our receivers are way deeper. Like, I think David Moore is our wide receiver 4, and then I do think Shi Smith is going to turn some heads. Like, I think we are deep as hell. I think our wide receiver group, we're going to end up cutting somebody good.
Yeah, Shi Smith's also unproven. So I see what you're saying, but
I'm talking about him as a wide receiver 5 or 6, though, not a wide receiver 3. That's where you want the unproven guys. Yeah.
They go like 3 deep at tight end too, at least 2 deep. Like, I think both of their tight ends are better than what we have.
They definitely have us on tight ends, but I do think ours are going to be better when the season's over. I'm really high on Dan Arnold and Tommy Tremble. I don't think Ian Thomas is going to cut it, but I think the other 2 are going to be good.
I think it'd be interesting. I think this will be a really interesting conversation to bring back up at the end of the season to kind of see, because I think you guys both have like guys that you expect to be like to perform pretty high, but we just need to continue to see that more production wise.
Yeah, I think people are already crowning the Broncos trio, and I don't know if I buy it yet. Like, they're just too unproven, and none of them have played together yet, really.
Yeah, they got to set the quarterback position. I mean, I think
it's going to be Teddy.
Starter.
It's going to be
Teddy.
I think it's going to be Drew Lock.
I think I'm on Team Lock.
It's going to be Teddy. It's going to be Teddy. Like,
they're saying that his passes don't barely make it to receivers.
It's
definitely going to be Teddy. Then they got that Peyton Manning remnants.
Oh yeah, dude, it's going to be Teddy. Like, don't even front. Like, it's going to be Teddy. Just like
I think Teddy will play games, but I think Drew Lock is the week 1 starter.
I think Drew Lock will play games, and Teddy's the week 1 starter.
Fair.
I think Drew Lock is bad, and they know it.
See, I don't think
they're going to go with the game manager vet. Is what they're going to do, because they are. Like, I don't know. I don't like how their franchise.
That's not Teddy though. Like, we saw that last year. Teddy is not a game manager.
But it's the narrative.
Teddy was bad at managing games.
Yeah, he was. He was terrible at managing games. I mean, he threw it like short, like 5 yards, 6 yards short of the sticks on 4th down against the Vikings. Like, Teddy is not smart. Like, and he leaves guys open all the time. Like, I don't like how he plays football, and then he seems to just like blame other people for his shortcomings. And but he's built this like narrative of smart game manager, like locker room leader for so long that I think Denver's buying into that, and that's why they're going to start him.
Honestly, I think that Teddy was really bought in to make sure that if they're going to get a return on their investment with Drew Lock, to push him. And if not, then they probably would just tank and get a quarterback next year.
I think Teddy was brought in. I think the reason Teddy was brought in was because I think that they saw something in Fields they didn't like, and they decided to run with a different quarterback. I think there's a reason that 2 different teams passed on, 2 different teams that needed a quarterback passed on Justin Fields. I don't know what that reason is yet. I think it's dumb, but like I feel like it's weird though, right? Like, why did he drop as far as he did, and why did 2 teams pass on him to go corner?
Stupidity runs very high in the NFL front office.
Yeah, but I mean, it just doesn't. It's just weird. Like, it's weird. I've never seen somebody get passed up like that, right? Like, 2 different teams that like felt like fan bases felt like they got their quarterback handed on silver platter, and then they just pick, a
well, I mean, that kind of happened in 2017. a little
I
bit.
believed in the slide as well. I know but I also talked to people that he just got a job at CBS or NBC doing
RG3.
No, he just got a job at NBC doing college football stuff. But I talked to
Oh,
people
that's
like
your
that.
guy? Your guy on Twitter?
Yeah, he just got a
Yeah.
job. Yeah, but that's one of my guys that I talked to, and he was saying that. That's why I was like telling you, like I believe in the slide. Like I didn't think, like, people were saying that it's fake, but I was like, no, I 100% believe in the slide because I've heard it from people that work in the industry. They're like, the slide's gonna happen. Now, if he got to 14, the Vikings would have picked him. If what we were gonna offer them, what we were gonna offer, what we offered the Panthers is the biggest fucking joke in the history of the fucking world.
Yes.
So there's obviously, like, people, Vikings fans, who are like, we wanted them and we just didn't give enough. We didn't want them that much, or we would have moved up
What y'all
better, a third and a
like-
fourth.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah, I feel like that was just kind of like a dummy offer to see
It
how
was
serious
to
they
see
were.
what was going on. So it was the
Yeah.
first, the third, and the fourth. That's all we offered. We offered the Broncos worse. And we offered the Broncos worse, and he said, "Hey, I got other people trying to make trades," and he hung up on us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
because they were
I
like,
think
"Oh,
we hung up
we
on
know
that,
this
yeah.
guy. He used to work with us. We can.
Yeah,
He'll give us the hometown discount."
yeah.
He said, "Nah."
We actually did think that too. We thought that he
I
was like, "Oh,
know you did. That's why you gave him a worse offer than the horrible offer you gave us.
yeah." If we wanted him, we would have went and got him.
Kyle froze now.
I didn't freeze. Did I freeze?
No, you're good.
Oh, your picture froze for me for a second. You're good. Though.
Oh, but there's something wrong with, and if you watch him play, those plays that he made, like, listen, I liked what I saw, and if you were in our group chat, this is not coming from a Vikings fan that just hates Bears. If you saw the game, he wasn't processing any fucking plays. They were telling him to look at a receiver and throw it to him. His touchdown came from a busted coverage that is going to get a guy cut, like 100%.
Yeah.
And the only good thing he did was something that I liked about Kellen Mond in ours is when the offensive line kind of broke down, got out of the way, and then he processed the play, which Kirk Cousins does not do. And that's what the difference between Trubisky and Fields is Fields isn't afraid like Trubisky is, and he has the ability to throw the field down he has the arm to throw down the field. Yeah, so that's like, he just looked fast. There was nothing magnificent. He has an arm. We know he has an arm, but he didn't read anything. He wasn't like making a pinpoint throw at all.
So I wonder if his mental ability is why he fell. Maybe like maybe. I'm just being like just ability to like. read a
That was
playbook
the
or
knock
just, like,
on him.
Yeah,
but
just,
He can't read defenses, was what they
And
said.
that and that
I
got
understand that
contributed-
he was like lazy too. Like he wasn't like he was in the books. That was like a report, right?
Yeah, but
Both
Dan
are,
but I
Orlovsky,
ain't gonna give that one. Some, yeah.
Dan Orlovsky said a lot of stuff, and then he
It
came back on
stinks.
air and he was like, "Hey, someone sat me down and made me watch tape on him. I'm wrong. I got this from someone else. I didn't do my research. This is contributing to the stereotype of black quarterbacks." So I'm not going to call him. I'm not going to say that mental thing. I'm just going to say they're not asking him to do it. And then when I see that, then I'll change my mind.
Yeah, and they're not asking him to do it. That is a little suspect, though. So we'll see where it goes. Maybe he's just behind other quarterbacks in that regard, and other teams just thought that he was more of a project than like he was led on to be. And maybe that's why Trey Lance like slid up, is because people thought he was less of a project than they thought he was going to be.
Oh yeah, they said Trey Lance was the smartest quarterback in the draft.
I'm convinced we wanted him to. I am convinced Carolina
we did
wanted him.
too. We said if he was at 5, we'd go get him. Like,
I think
that was
everybody
like,
wanted him.
They said at
But-
5 we were going to get him. We were going to move mountains to go get Trey.
Yeah,
But
I think we really wanted him.
he gets to sit behind Kirk Cousins for 2 years and just get better at football when he's like 14 years old. Holy cow. A homegrown talent. So that them not giving him the full playbook and telling him to, like, Zach Wilson had it too. Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence had it too, where the play was you call out and you throw the out. They didn't even give a fuck about the coverage. all three quarterbacks saw the out and they threw it. Like the Fields, Wilson, and Lawrence all had the same exact play where they didn't have any other reads. They rolled out through the out, and that was it. But Kellen Mond, they had like 4 plays. The man threw the ball maybe 3 times. Like he threw it 19 times, but it was the same play over and over again.
Yeah, he had COVID for like a month.
Yeah, but they shut the playbook down on him, and people were in our
because he wasn't practicing. He didn't know the plays.
But he should have been reading the playbook when he wasn't practicing. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess.
But people were saying that he isn't catching on to the playbook, and then
that would make sense. He hadn't had any reps.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like they shortening the playbook for a quarterback, Fields, making it easy for him. His first start isn't too much. Isn't saying too much about the quarterback, but it does kind of guide.
A story that's similar to kind of this with like shortening the playbook. A report that just came out last year that Antonio Gibson was only given like the running back plays, not even the passing game schemes last year, just so we could focus, which makes sense because I mean it's pretty much a transfer from wide receiver-ish coming out of college. But now that he actually has the full playbook, you know the CMC comparisons are thrown out there. So yeah, it's interesting. I mean, whether it's just more of a for your players' benefit, just like, hey, get good at this before we get to this. Is it holding them back for a reason? And I'll take the shit from whatever these reports come out, and we'll just focus on your development or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't think it's a bad thing per se to hold back the playbook. It's just, all right, let's just execute these. We think you're going to be really good with these plays.
Yeah, well, you want to get it comfortable because, like, if you saw, we all watched it, right? I know that we were kind of talking about it. I was watching it. He didn't feel comfortable until he threw that little tiny drop off, that check down. He threw like 2 of them, and then everything opened up. His feet opened up. He started moving. He was playing real tight before, and then as soon as he started moving, it was a different guy. So
for sure. I mean, that's his first ever NFL game. So I mean, that's kind of you gotta put that to that as well. So.
Yeah, again, I like the way you think. And then Nagy's on it. Like, Nagy can't destroy his quarterback. He can't. Like, the front office is going to look at what Fields look like, even if he doesn't play. Say that Andy Dalton is just good. Like, knock on everything.
He said this is his time. His time.
And he's good. If they look at Fields and they listen to the coaching room, the quarterback room, and they don't think Fields is good, Nagy's gone anyways. Like, if they don't do something great. So, like, this is his thing he has to keep. So, maybe he wants him to look good on those days.
That's a good point. All right. Well, let's move on. Let's talk about some over-unders for this upcoming season. We'll do 5 teams and 5 players. All right. So, hold on, let me get my. Let's see here. Uno momento, por favor. Is that cheese? Is that stuffed crust? Have you had that Little Caesars pepperoni stuffed crust pizza?
No.
It's pretty bustin'.
You see that calzone one they just started advertising? It's fucking unhinged.
I haven't seen a calzone.
It's a stuffed crust, but it's a calzone.
It's like the corners.
Yeah, like the whole thing is like calzone on the outside and then like pizza on the inside. It's fucking dumb.
I want to try it though.
Respect to their audience.
Little Caesars hit though. I can't lie. I was kind of knocking it lately. Well, before, and I had it recently, and I'm like, all right.
I was telling you when I came down there, Little Caesars not bad.
But the thing is though, for you, because you live close to Detroit, so that area is where the home base of Little Caesars is from. So it's like, I feel like
you had Little Caesars though, and it was still good, right?
It was pretty good. It's because like that stuffed crust pepperoni pizza, they had like this like garlic thing across like the pizza too. That's oh god, yes.
It's like $5.
Yeah, I think like 7, but yeah, same difference.
Whatever.
What's $2?
The only thing edible in that whole thing is that deep dish. I don't even like deep dish pizza. That little $8 one is the only thing I can eat.
Yeah, the deep dish is good. Like
I haven't had
deep dish.
And
They
then
got
as soon as it
the
gets
extra
cold, you got-
most bestest pepperoni.
Oh yeah, I had that pizza with a bunch of pepperoni.
bro. As soon as that Little Caesars or whatever it's called gets cold, you got to throw that bitch away. It's not even pizza anymore.
Who lets it
You
get
should
cold?
get an air fryer.
Okay, one, I don't like air fryers. That's a different topic. Two, I can't eat a whole pizza in one sitting, bro.
Oh, speaking of pizza, Tuck, I had Benny's Pizza yesterday for the first time.
Oh yeah, I haven't had that one
pretty-
before. Benny's,
Yeah, it's pretty
is
good.
it good?
It's pretty good. Yeah, I still need to go to Sal's though. Sal's is I still need to go to. At least to try the wing.
Hey, Sal's the best in the city. It's fucked up, and their wings are the best in the city. I think too.
They're what?
Their wings are the best in the city too. I think.
Yeah, that's what I gotta try. I definitely gotta do a little combo deal.
Yeah, it's worth it. Absolutely worth it.
I do
Cool.
love me some wings.
I'm a boneless guy, so I don't really talk about wings.
You
with
can't
you.
even,
you're a
you're not even in
nugget
this
guy.
conversation.
I like
love them
I
both.
like it boneless.
I like them both. I prefer bone in though when I'm eating wings, and boneless when I'm eating nuggets. I guess because that's all they are.
I prefer a chicken tender rolled in sauce, but not everyone has that. So I'll go to the boneless.
They're just chicken nuggets,
Thank you.
Say that.
but
You're
they
a
are
chicken
though.
nugget boy.
You just like
Chicken
chicken
nuggets.
nuggets, dude.
It's the outside of it, right? The outside. So here's my problem with wings. Wing places don't do things right. They need to fry it like a boneless and roll it like a regular wing. I don't like those slippery, slimy outside.
That's called sauce.
No, the skin of a Buffalo Wild Wing is slimy, slick. If you go to Hooters, they have a crusted one. It's fucking good. A double breaded one. You
Hey,
gotta
talk
bread
about
them.
them Chex wings though.
Hey, them Chex wings hit though, for
They
real.
do. Chex is good.
Crispy.
Yes.
It's about the crisp.
You're
They're
over
like,
here talking
it-
about Buffalo Wild Wings and whatever. We're talking about real places. You're going to Hooters, man. Come on.
He
Well,
said,
Hooters-
"Step your wing game up, Kyle."
No, time
Hey.
out, time out. Hooters does have a good double breaded wing. That's like the only thing edible on the whole menu.
I don't fuck with double breaded wings. I want no breading on my wings for real.
See, I hate that. I hate it. That's what I call slimy chicken. I fucking hate it. Slimy, wet chicken. Get that shit out of here.
all right, we
want
gotta get a
I
wing
want that shit
sponsor.
dripping. Yeah.
We gotta get a wing sponsor. We're gonna do a live show from Magic City while we eat. in
Facts.
Lou-
We need that.
That's
But
what
it-
we gotta
but the-
do.
But if that's
It's gonna be
shit ain't
us, Lou Will. Who
Mike.
else has been to Magic City? Lil Baby and
Let's
James
get-
Harden.
We gotta get Calvin Ridley in there too, because I mean, even though he's not Magic City, he's still part of that lemon pepper culture.
Oh yeah. We might as well get Lakeith Stanfield and what's the dude's
Ooh.
name? Other dude's name from
crispy.
Atlanta. With
Oh,
the lemon pepper wet?
Paperboy.
Paperboy. What's his real name though?
I don't know.
I can't think of it off the top of my head right now.
Paperboy is all about that paper.
Paperboy.
It's funny because I can't stop thinking about when I think Paperboy. I always think of Daryl Martina because he was the first. Well, he was the first. Yeah, he has what's the word? Like precedence over the show Paperboy. So
Facts. Because he was Paperboy good
like 2010.
10 years ago.
Yeah. Got your girl hanging. What you say? Got your girl hanging from a ceiling fan?
It's Paperboy, aka Mr. Rubber Band. Got your
Yeah.
girl in a handstand.
Which we know who he is talking about. That's another story.
That's a whole
all right. Let's see. Here we go. You ready, guys? Over under.
Yeah, let's go with.
Let's get it.
Over under 12 wins for the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll start with you, Tucker.
Oh, that's gonna be over. I don't even got
Over?
They're playing. There's 17 games now. 12 wins is just 7. Or it's just 11. You know what I mean? Like they'll get it. They'll break
Yeah.
12.
Jonathan.
I'm looking at their schedule right now. Let's see.
I'm saying yes. While he's looking at that, yes. To be considered the elite teams, you're gonna have to break 12 wins this year. If
Yeah.
they go under it, there'd be like a letdown. They'd be like, "Whoa, are they bad?"
Yeah, no, 11 and 50, 11 and what, like 6. Just don't. That's not a good ring to it. They're gonna win 12.
I got them at exactly 12 wins, 12 and 5.
Who you got them
So
losing to?
I'm pushing. I think they're going to drop one to the Broncos,
No,
one to the Raiders. The Raiders beat them twice last year.
No, just
No,
once. They
Raider-
almost
no,
beat
Raider-
them twice.
yeah, Raiders
beat 'em
I
at
can see them
home.
beating them. Broncos won't beat them. Not with Teddy. at the
Browns week 1 could be a loss.
start.
What's
No.
week one?
Browns.
Oh, that offensive line has got to get grooving. So that actually
Mm.
could. They got a good defensive line.
The
that
offensive line
offensive-
doesn't have a lot of experience. The
Yeah.
Browns' defensive line is stacked, and the Chiefs' defense isn't good. And Nick Chubb might go for like 200.
That's not true. That's
touchdowns.
actually not true. Saying their defense is not good is not right. It's not true.
It's not
Yeah,
great.
it's a myth now. It's a lot better than people let on. I think it's still like top 15.
Their like third cornerback is Mike Hughes, who is good if he's on the field.
Their secondary is good. Their linebackers and defensive line isn't that good.
Willie Gay Jr. is good. They also got someone else.
Chris
like,
Clark. They got Chris Clark
Yeah.
too, right?
They just had
Or no,
young
Chris Jones.
people,
Chris Jones.
Yeah, Chris
they're-
Jones is good. Chris Clark is not good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mixed them
but
up.
Willie
You're
Willie
good.
Gay is good at football. They got another guy. I can't think of his name. Their DBs are good. It's a rumor now. If their defensive tackle are which one? Frank Clark. Oh, I don't know which one it is. Which one has got the problems going on right now?
Frank Clark. He just got arrested for
a gun.
something. Is he going to play?
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Is he
a
going to
poll,
be
but-
suspended? I don't think he's
What'd he
playing
do?
week 1.
Oh, he
I
won
think
Felony
it was-
possession of a gun.
Felony
and
assault.
Drugs. No, I don't. I didn't see the assault. I thought it was a
Was
gun.
it not
charge.
assault? Maybe it was just a
I-
gun charge.
I
It was
think
a
it was.
felony, though, because he already
It was
had
good.
a felony.
If it's
assault
just a
on his
gun
record.
charge, he's only getting 4 games.
But it's his second offense because he got kicked out of Michigan for assault, like felony assault.
It's the NFL though. It's his first offense here. They're gonna treat it like a first offense. Oh, he had an Uzi.
Yeah,
in the
gun
backseat.
charge.
That's hilarious. Yeah, just a gun charge. Yeah, he gonna be fine. He'll be playing. I don't even know if they'll suspend him over it.
Apparently, he also has a aggravated hamstring as of 2 days ago,
Probably
but it isn't believed to be serious.
So he might not be playing anyway.
correct.
But yeah,
All right.
Kansas City's defense is not. They're not like some. They're not gonna roll over on them. I think the Chiefs beat the Browns week 1. They're used to not having a good O line anyway. Mahomes will just come out slinging.
I think. Wait, that's home in Kansas City? Oh, that's like that won't be Thursday night.
Yeah, that's home.
Who's the Thursday night game? The first game. That's like isn't like a rematch.
I think it's not the Cowboys with the Bucks, is it?
That sounds right.
Yeah, it is. Cowboys and Bucks.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, the Cowboys are gonna get stomped.
I haven't seen the new episode of Hard Knocks yet. Is
I
it
didn't
any
watch it
good?
either.
It was boring. The new episode was boring.
I heard-
First episode was good.
Yeah, I heard it was. I heard the episode 2 was boring, so I didn't like rush to get it, like watch it.
Yeah, they followed Ben DiNucci the whole time, and nobody wanted that.
Literally, nobody cares about Ben DiNucci.
Is Danucci the one that Dak
Yeah,
was like
like, they were
yelling
like-
at and cussing at?
Probably.
That one
Yeah,
made me.
I thought it was
sick,
either
bro.
him or was it the coach? He was.
I thought it
yelling
was Cooper. He was. I thought he was Cooper Rush. I thought he was yelling at him, and I was like, "Bro, what the fuck's wrong
Maybe
with
it's
you?"
Cooper
That's like
Rush.
the word. That made me feel sick when he was like, "I don't give a fuck what the coaches said. I can take the fucking reps." He's like, "Dude, you just put me in, bro. I get
yeah, like relax, bro.
Yeah, I think
So
it's
like
Cooper
Peyton
Rush,
Manning
yeah.
and Brock Osweiler.
Sit your ass down.
Bro, that was hilarious. You see Brock Osweiler on the sideline getting his helmet all buckled up. He sees Peyton Manning jogging on the field.
They just like all-time reaction.
It was great.
But yeah, they just stared at Ben DiNucci for like 45 minutes, and I like slept through it. It was awful.
Good to know to skip episode 2.
All right.
All
So
right,
I'm cheating on my answer. I'm going push at exactly 12 wins. Kyle, what was your answer? You said over?
Yeah, they have to be. Yeah.
All right.
All right, so
I'm
we
gonna
got
say
the
over too.
over. We got the Buccaneers at 11.5.
Over.
Under.
Under.
I don't think they need to be that good to win the division, so I don't really care.
Oh, they don't need to be, but I think they're still going to win more than 11 games.
Who's coming in second? The Falcons this year?
No,
Panthers.
the Panthers.
The
The
division's
Saints
gonna
stink.
suck. That division.
Yeah, we're going to come in second with like eight wins to the floor.
Bro, the
We're gonna be like
Falcons-
8 and 9 to get second place.
The Falcons
That's what I'm
have
saying.
so many weapons, but they fucking suck. And it's not because they don't have talent. Their offensive line is going to be the worst offensive line in the league.
Their
They're
defense
starting,
is bad.
They're going to start Willie fucking Beavers at right tackle, who the Vikings
Who?
drafted as – yeah, exactly. Hold on. The Vikings drafted him in the 4th round as a guard, and he didn't make it through camp. We cut him. He then was a backup in the XFL and the AAF. Not a starter, a backup. He is now starting right tackle for them. Someone told me today that their line is improved. Willie Beavers might not be better than me at football. That guy fucking
Dude.
stinks.
They're going to be, and they're depending on Mike Davis being their lead back. And like, yeah, he put on a show last year, but I am not convinced. I'm not convinced that Mike Davis can play a whole year. Like, I'm not. Like he started to look real gassed, like real quick, and we started to spell him with guys like Rodney Smith at the end of the year. Like, I don't think Mike Davis has the gas to go the whole year. Like he can if he's got a tandem with somebody else. But who's their other running back?
Cordarrelle Patterson,
Oh God.
And
JB and Hawkins,
and he's gonna be good. He's a scat back though, so it's not. He's like
change of pace.
Cole. He's like Tariq Cohen from the Bears. He's like that's literally him. He's a little faster, but
that might work out if he can handle more snaps than like they're expecting him to. Because it's not. It can't be like 70-30. You know what I mean? It's gonna have to be like 60-40.
I think
I'm
they'll
telling you
probably
right
bring somebody in. They'll probably wait to see like roster cuts, and then I could see them
I think they
bringing
have
back
to.
Todd Gurley on like the vet minimum.
I'm gonna tell
Who
you
what
right now.
isn't good, but he can give you like 5 carries a game.
What
5
about
to 10.
Adrian Peterson?
Maybe. Would he want to play for them?
He said he wants to play. He wants to play for a contender, but
Yeah.
So they're a
It's not
contender
Atlanta.
to actually play him. So
I'm afraid he's gonna go to the Chiefs. Matt Ryan's arm is dead. I don't care what anyone says. His arm is cooked.
I don't think it is yet.
He's still one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league, and he's gonna excel off that. But he's not out here running and throwing a bomb. He's not. It's never gonna happen.
He's got like 1 or 2 years left in his arm.
Yeah.
I think that timeline's that expiration date is coming up quick, and they are going to waste it this year.
I think it's
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
up
yeah.
soon.
I think
I
this-
don't
this
think
is
he's there yet though.
It's not yet. He's gonna be good this year, or as good as he can be. Like, he's gonna be shit, but like, it's not.
It
Gonna
just
be
depends on this Arthur Smith's offense and how, like, if they're going to try to protect him for another year, let's try to run the ball more.
He's going to be rolling out, though. He's going to be getting out of the offensive line. He's going to be rolling out and hoping Calvin Ridley's running a fucking slant across the field. Like,
I mean, he has to. His line's too bad. He has no choice but to roll out every play. Like,
did you see that double move Calvin Ridley did on Brian Jones in practice?
Yeah, the
today?
8-second route. He cooked the fuck out of him. Calvin Ridley's amazing, but that's an 8-second route. That's not happening.
Yeah, it's 1-on-1.
You know who cooked somebody in under 8 seconds? Hunter Renfrow cooking Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, I
Y'all
didn't see
just
that.
say anything on the internet, huh? Y'all just say anything for likes on the internet.
It was so funny. He went
Hunter
back to
Renfrow
the
cooked him.
that boy was so hurt about it.
Third and Renfrow, baby.
Correct.
But yeah, so the point is that division stinks. Really, really bad. The Saints are going to get worse, I think.
Yes.
Actually worse than we think they.
I think they might be the worst team in the league. I'm not in the league. The division.
Division.
Oh,
yeah,
I think
but
they
yeah.
lose. I think they lose the division. Or I mean, they could beat the Falcons, but I don't think they will. Like,
I think it's all when they decide to Taysom Hill is going to be their starting quarterback.
Well, it's gonna. Yeah, I mean, they spent all those years in the can down the road, and now it's time to pay up, and they're doing it. You know what I mean? That's just where they're at. I can't believe they could pay anybody, but and Michael Thomas apparently wins out now.
He wants out and he's hurt
We'll see,
because
like-
he just had the surgery, so he's out for like 6 weeks. So
this is
they're-
a Trent
Yeah,
Williams.
no,
This is a Trent Williams 100%, by the way. This is Trent Williams. And everyone hates Michael Thomas, obviously, but this is Trent Williams, and I'm actually on the side of Michael Thomas, which is pretty sad to say that out loud.
What's
But
up?
I'm on his
What's
side.
going on? What's going on with it?
They told him not to get surgery because they thought that he could make it back in time for the playoffs for a Drew Brees playoff run. They kept pushing his surgery off. And then when the offseason went on, without contacting the team, he just went and had the surgery.
When did he get the surgery?
I thought he didn't do the hand surgery, and then he just got it like last second.
Yeah,
No, he
yeah,
got it in like April, I think.
Yeah, April. He waited because the team wanted him to wait during the season, which he should have done right away. He should have had the surgery. He'd be good to go. And they made him wait. They're like, no, do this. And he did all the rehab. He did all that. And then they're like, oh, broken.
So he had a second surgery to clean up from the first?
No, he did not have surgery.
No, he
last
never
year.
had the surgery.
They-
Okay, that's yeah.
The
I thought you
Saints
said
were
he
telling
had it
him-
in April. I thought that's what you said.
He had this surgery in April, yes.
Yeah.
Last year, the Saints were begging him not to do it and telling him not to do it because they wanted him to have a playoff run with Drew Brees, a chance to come back to the playoffs with Drew Brees. That was the thing. They wanted him to come play. You're gonna, you'll get healthy, just do these rehab things, and it never happened because he needed surgery, and they just didn't do it. So he's mistrusting the team because he followed he listened to him obviously, and it failed him. This is Trent Williams all over again. If you can't trust your medical staff, I think there's a way that you should be able to get out of your team. Does that mean you have to pay your bonus back for the years that are maybe? But if you can't trust your medical staff and it's proven, there should be something to do about that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Especially with, like, teams are scummy, and like I never am mad at a player going and getting paid over like staying home or whatever. Like, fuck a hometown discount. Like, we know how fleeting this is. Go get your paycheck now. Like, just get it. Yeah, like always take care of yourself because the league's not going to take care of you afterwards.
Sure isn't.
But
half the time your team wins.
Yeah. Anyway, I do think the Bucks end up sweeping the whole division though.
It's the Bucks division for sure.
Twice. They're beating everybody twice. The only chance like they have to not sweep is maybe us or the Falcons. The Falcons could always pull some Bucks shit. They always do.
Week 18. Do they play us or do they play?
I
think they play us week 18. Yeah.
So many teams are not going to be doing anything. So many teams are not playing last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, like
they play us week 18.
Yeah, so we could sweep with it. We could split with them, but for that reason. But like otherwise, it's not happening. They're beating everybody.
All right,
that's 6 free wins.
Packers 11.
I think under. I don't know how much I believe in that team, and it feels like an awful lot of drama. I just smell an implosion coming. I don't know what it's going to look like, but their defense isn't that great. And did they extend Aaron Rodgers, or was that just talk? I can't remember if I imagined.
They extended him. They extended him.
They did.
Where it said that they have to trade him next year.
They do. Okay.
Yeah. So it's worded weirdly, but it's like they have to facilitate Aaron Rodgers.
What's their schedule like? I think the under feels right for them.
They're going to lose.
Week 1 at Saints, that's a win. Week 2 home against the Lions, that's a win.
That's a win.
Week 3 at the 49ers, that could be a loss.
Loss against the Steelers.
Week 4 home against the Steelers. I don't know if I don't know if the Steelers are that good.
I don't think so either, but I think the Steelers are going to still fuck their shit up. Their defense is nasty.
At the Bengals, that's a win. At the Packers, that's probably a win.
The Packers
at the Packers?
Or at the Bears, sorry.
They're going to split with it. They're going to split with the Bears. All
right, so at the Bears, that's a loss. Home versus Washington,
loss.
That's a win.
Loss.
I think that's a loss.
That offensive line.
Ron's teams always play good teams.
Right.
Tough, dude. I think that's a loss. I think the Washington football team's good this year. Like flat out. I think they're good.
They're gonna pound the rock, buddy. They're gonna pound that shit.
Cardinals is a win.
Yeah.
Cardinals
Seahawks
is a
and
win.
Chiefs
At the
back-to-back is
Chiefs,
a
that's a loss.
I think that we win the division. I think we win the division. So I think they get 10 wins. So I'll say the under.
Yeah, Seahawks.
Yeah, that's
they
actually
lose.
a much
they lose
harder-
To Seahawks. Lose to the Seahawks. I think they split with the Vikings.
Yeah, we'll split. I believe we'll
Look-
split.
Yeah, lose to the Rams. Split with the Bears. Lose to the Ravens. Browns a toss-up. So what's that put us at?
I think we're at like 8-8 right now.
Yeah,
honestly.
we're at. I think they're. You guys got them at like 8 and 9. I got them at like 10 and 7.
I think 10
Yeah,
and 7 is fair.
I think 10 and 7 is what they do. That does make sense.
Yeah, so we're all on the under.
But-
right?
Yeah, we're all on the under.
Okay.
We got to write this down, by the way. So your job after this is to write this down that we voted it for the under, so we can all laugh at our faces at the end of this when he's
I
fucking
don't
the
like-
They
Super
still
Bowl
make.
champion.
I think they still make the playoffs though, and still beats and knocking teams out. Like
Yep,
they're
I
still
do.
gonna.
I
They're
do
still
too.
gonna do. They're still gonna do it, but I think they're gonna underperform for a really long time, and it's gonna be a really annoying storyline.
All right. So you said over. Did
Over
we say
for
under
three.
for Bucks?
We're
I
going
said
over.
We said over
Yeah.
for Bucks.
The majority said over.
Everybody
I
said
under.
over from Bucks.
I said under, but y'all majority will take it. I'm fine with it. I'll concede.
Kyle said under because he thinks the
I don't think
Falcons are good. For some
No, I don't think
reason.
they need. I don't think they need to win more games. And they won 7 games last year, right? No, not 8 games last year.
Who?
No, they won
Five.
like 10
Five.
games last year.
Who are we
Did they
talking
win
about?
10? The Bucks won like 10 games.
Oh, Bucks.
Yeah.
I remember 11,
Yeah.
11 and 5.
They went.
Yeah, they were 11 and 5 last
They
year.
were really bad for a while. That's why I was saying.
Yeah,
that.
early on.
Yeah, they were really. Yeah, they
They
were
won
really
7
bad for a while,
straight
but they were
at
still
the end of
winning.
the season.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got the over for them. We got the under for the Packers. What's your next question?
All right, 2 more teams, and then we'll do the bottom teams. Ravens are at 11 wins.
I think the
No.
under on that.
Yeah,
Under.
and
They're
not because
winning
they
11.
stink. Yeah, not because they stink. Because they have maybe the hardest division in football, kind of. Maybe.
And they have a lot. And they have a lot of issues. And like, if
NFC
Lamar
West
like
is the
goes back
toughest.
to MVP form, then yeah. But like,
And-
as a Lamar fan, I'm worried, dude. I'm really worried about him. Like, I don't know if he's gonna like do it or not.
And they have to play the NFC North, so they have to play the
You
Bears.
think they lock
Packers,
him up before
and-
before first game?
No.
No, I think they let it. I think they let it fly. Like, I think it's smarter to let him play it out. You know, like if he plays well, throw him the bag and just say fuck it, like whatever. You know, like at least you got your guy. But like if he plays poorly, like and you lock him into a long-term contract, you're looking at a Jared Goff situation.
Yeah.
But
You know,
The Blake Bortles.
they got to play the Bears. They got to play the Bears. They got to play the Vikings and the Patriots. I mean, and the Packers, and their division twice.
Did they play the Chiefs this year?
I
Yeah.
don't think. Do they really? Yeah.
Week 2.
No.
Oof.
yikes.
So they're at the Raiders.
That could be interesting.
That's a win. Home against the Chiefs. That's a loss. At the Lions. That's a win. At the Broncos. That could be a win.
You got to see how the Broncos look, honestly.
I don't really
Home
believe in
against the
Broncos.
Colts. That's a win. Home against the Chargers.
Mm.
That's maybe a win.
That Chargers defense, the sneakiest good defense in the league.
Charles
Chargers
James
gonna
is
beat 'em.
back.
Chargers
Home
gonna beat
against the
Ravens.
Bengals.
Win. That's a win.
Home against the Vikings.
I think that's a win for the Ravens.
Yeah, I do too.
At the Dolphins.
Loss.
Ooh,
At the Bears.
That's spicy.
That is
The
spicy.
Bears.
Ooh, that's an interesting time period because I mean that's like mid-season.
That's like week 10.
This is where the Ravens are primed for the collapse, right? Like it's around here.
They don't. No, time out. They don't have a wide receiver 1 until like September. Or I mean,
I
until
know.
October.
Like their offense is gonna. Be
Oh, is
bad.
Rashad Bateman hurt?
Yeah, he had
Yes.
surgery. He had hernia surgery.
Oh shit.
Or-
And then also, isn't Hollywood still dealing with
Hollywood's hurt
injuries?
too. They don't have a wide receiver 1, and then Travis. I mean,
They have
Mark
Sammy
Andrews just
Watkins.
fucking-
Put some respect on his name.
Mark Andrews just died on the field, bro. They're like,
All right,
you're
the
dehydrating
Ravens-
fucking man.
The Ravens are the new Panthers, y'all. They're just not gonna give Lamar any help. That's gonna be them for Lamar's whole career. Like
Yeah.
it's just like we did Cam Newton. We gave what's his name? Fucking Russell Shepard $3 million, and that was the most we spent in free agency on a wide receiver. That is going to be the Ravens for Lamar Jackson.
I don't know if it's not they tried to not get him help. It's more maybe not a lot of wide receivers want to play with Lamar.
They
Jackson.
don't.
Because I mean,
Juju
they
took
offered it
less
back
money.
to Juju.
He said no. They
Not a
offered
bag,
money
but,
to.
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a bad. It was way
was like 12
more
million?
than-
I think it's like
Yeah.
12 million.
And then they offered it back for the Corey Davis, maybe.
No. T.Y. Hilton.
No, who's the other Lions guy who's on the?
Kenny Golladay?
Golladay.
Yeah,
Golladay.
and they nope.
Yeah, I know
He
they made an
went
offer
to
to T.Y.
Jacksonville, right?
No, Galladay
Marvin
went to the
Jones Jr.
Giants.
Giants.
Yeah, Marvin
Went
Jones
to the
Jr.
Giants,
So
right. That's right. I didn't even one of them went to Jacksonville.
All right,
So we're
so-
all saying under, right? We feel comfortable. saying
I
under?
feel safe
Yeah,
to
we're
say
all-
under.
I don't like the Ravens this year. I just don't.
Me neither. Now that I pointed all this shit out, I don't like it either.
Yeah, like I like their defense. The defense also kind of old, y'all. Like there's a bunch of old
I
guys.
don't, this one could be really close. We're at 9 wins right now, and 8 wins.
They're definitely going to be a good team. Like, but
And
I
then-
don't. I think
They're gonna be well
don't do
coached,
it.
of course.
They
It just-
closed
it just-
with
It's a
at
Harbaugh
Bears,
team, right? Like,
home against the Browns, at the Steelers, at the Browns, home against the Packers, home or at the Bengals, home against the Rams, and then home against the Steelers. So
no, I don't like that. That last run's tough.
that is, but we had them at like 8 wins before that. So they
I don't think we
only
did.
won,
I don't
like,
think we did. I don't think we
4 of those 8.
I also did say that they're losing to the Dolphins, and I was the only one that said that. So, like, I'm gonna knock a couple wins off of there. I don't think they're gonna do it.
Dolphins also
They're
an
good.
interesting team.
I think the Dolphins are gonna be kind of good,
Dolphins?
like sneaky.
The defense is really good. The offense, I need to see it. Tua did not.
The
show
offense
me
is really
anything
good too.
last year.
It's
look.
they are the Panthers, but like a year further in their rebuild. We both have questionable quarterbacks, but their team.
They
is
drafted one though.
good. They did, but he's not good.
I picked the wrong one.
Yeah, I mean it's like
They
it's like
did.
the three different stages of the rebuild, right? It's like the Colts, then the Dolphins, then us. Like we all did it the same way, building
And then the
around
Jets.
everybody else, and then adding a quarterback. Well, the Jets are just starting, but they went in a different
Yeah.
round because they drafted somebody. I'm talking the 3 teams that decided to build without a quarterback. Like the Colts did by default because they had no choice. But the Dolphins did the same thing, and we're doing the same thing. Just like using our assets on like other players because there was a lot more holes than just a quarterback. Like even if Justin Fields is a Hall of Fame player, we're not a good team with him. You know what I mean? Like
No, but we're not really a good team with Sam Darnold either.
I know, but I think we're a better team adding J.C. Horn and not giving up assets to like move up or trade for another quarterback or whatever. I do think that like the rest of the roster there's a lot more holes we got to fill up. So like I'm not mad at not going for quarterback. I want to see how it plays out. I'm like very cautious about what I'm going to say with it because I'm not sure. We don't really know what the plan is, but I think that they all 3 teams have a lot of similarities. And I think they're all going to be strong teams in the future, but it just depends on where they go with the quarterback position. But yeah, I do think the Dolphins are going to be a good team this year.
I think they're going to be like 500.
Yeah, which is fine, but I think they're going to beat a lot of people, like a lot of teams that like they shouldn't.
Austin
Dolphins.
Jackson. Listen, Austin Jackson sucks. He's absolutely bad. I
Correct.
was happy for literally. I was
What
so
if
happy
Greg
when
Little
they
starts
drafted
for them?
him. Bro.
Oh my God! If he does, I
Bro.
completely changed my mind on everything.
Listen. Austin Jackson. They're like the Vikings love Austin Jackson. The Vikings love Austin Jackson, and then he got drafted before we picked, and I was so happy. I was literally so happy. Holy shit! And then he was like good for a little bit. I was like, damn it, he could have fucking had that guy. And then I was like, fuck. And now he sucks. After he was like kind of he was like bad. And then you watch that Bears game. Now it was against the Bears. They have a good defense line. He was getting fucking murdered. They were bull rushing his ass. And then you're like, okay, maybe he's a more zone guy. Then they're fucking speed rushing off of him. He's falling down. Like, holy shit. That's so bad.
God.
It's so bad because Austin Jackson's 21 years old, so you can't give up on him. But holy shit. Holy shit.
All right, next team, the Rams, 10.5.
Over.
Hold on. Are you making those numbers up?
No, I'm going off of.
Fuck that. The Rams stink.
No, the Rams are good. The Rams are really good. They are going to be nasty this year. Their defense was fucking sick last year, and I think that Jared Goff was their biggest problem. Besides the fact they don't roster center right now, but I do think that they are going to be really good. I'm a believer in McVay. I'm a believer in that system, and I'm a believer in that defense. And
He's a believer in the D.
I've also been a Matt Stafford truther forever, so I'm ready to see.
I'm a big fan of Matt Stafford. One, for obvious reasons.
I'm gonna let you know right now. Matt Stafford already fucking hurt his hand. He already hurt his hand. He fucked
I'm gonna
up
go
his
under.
And he popped it back in, and he kept playing.
That's just what he
He's a
does. He
thug.
does that all the time.
He's gonna die.
And he's going to keep playing. He literally plays with a broken freaking back.
Carrying the
This
Lions all them
team
years.
has to play a hard ass NFC team. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
it's a tough
Hell
division.
no.
It's definitely
It
a tough
Hell
division.
no.
But imagine this, though. Imagine playing with a broken freaking back for the Detroit Lions.
That's a different type of.
That's a different breed. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, because he has to get those fake fucking stats of him playing in a game that never matters. The guy's never played in a meaningful game in his life.
It's not his fault. He got drafted by the Lions.
He had the greatest wide receiver of all fucking time.
Yeah, and
You can't win a playoff game?
football's still a 53-man sport.
Yeah, neither him nor Calvin Johnson played defense though. That's not his fault.
Calvin Johnson
Yeah,
did play
they put
defense, you son of a bitch.
Only on Hail Marys.
He came into a team. Let's remember, he came into a team that just finished 0-16 the year before.
And they were bad the whole time he was there. Like, every coach they had was awful. They had Jim Caldwell for all those years. Just like, winning
He was actually the best coach.
Jim
they had.
Caldwell was a great coach for them.
They fired him for no reason. He had 2 bad years and they fired his ass.
He went like
They did.
10-6. And
Yeah.
they made the playoffs.
Yes.
When was that?
Like 2012.
12 maybe.
Yeah, they
was
They lost
9
the wild
years
card
ago.
round.
they had a couple.
That sounds weird saying that.
And then
Yeah,
like
that
he
was
was like
so long ago.
he was like one of their best coaches they ever had, and they were like, "We're tired of winning games. Get him the fuck out of here. We're gonna get a winning."
What are
guy."
you doing? That's not our mantra.
Yeah, listen, Matt Stafford is very good. He is Kirk Cousins, very good though. And Kirk Cousins ain't winning shit, and neither is Matthew Stafford.
I can see the comparison, but I just don't like when you say Kirk Cousins.
All right,
Matthew-
just a minute.
Matthew Stafford is supposed.
Caldwell went 11-5 his first year, and then he went 7-9 and 9-7 3 years in a row.
That's good.
Like, he was,
36-30.
yeah, they fired him for that.
Up.
Because the
He
team
got
was-
fired
the team
having a
never
winning
improved.
record.
Yeah, 9-7 is barely a winning record. Come on.
Bro, the Lions.
It's still winning.
It's 9-7 on the Detroit Lions.
Bro,
though.
I'm telling
That's
you right
like
now,
12-4.
They still had Nagamaki and Sue too. They had a good
Another-
defense.
That 11-5 season on the Lions is basically a perfect season anywhere else.
I'm pretty sure the Buccaneers have a more recent NFC North championship than the Lions do.
They do, I think.
Yeah. No, you don't have good coaches. You keep the one that's good. It's the fucking people in the front office that fucking suck.
Yes, and the ownership.
Yeah, then they brought in the rocket scientist, Matt Patricia.
Yeah, all they had to do was all
Fucking
the Lions had
asshole.
to do was take Calvin Johnson, and they wouldn't be cursed. And not Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders.
All right, let's listen. Are y'all going over on this? Because I'm going under.
I'm going
I'm
under.
going over.
So
They got a
y'all
really
need to
tough
talk-
division.
What did you say? Yeah, they have a horribly
10.5.
tough division. And 10 wins? No, they'll get 9, and they won't even get into the playoffs.
They only get 12.
Because they outside of their division, they play the Rams,
They play
the
themselves.
Packers.
They are the Rams.
Oh, not the Rams. Sorry.
Yeah, we knew that.
The Bucks,
Yeah,
the Packers,
Yeah.
and the Titans.
Titans.
I can see them losing to the Titans.
They're beating the Titans. The Titans are bad.
The Titans
are in. They
will
still
probably
don't
be
have a
way
defensive
worse this
coordinator.
year.
Those will be
They
fun
still
games
don't have
though. Versus
They are
Packers
going-
and versus Bucks. Those should be fun games.
The
Yeah,
Cardinals are
Rams,
better than
Rams
them.
are
The
going to
Cardinals
beat
are
the
better than
Bears. The Rams are going to beat the Bears and the Colts. They're going to lose to the Bucks. They're going to beat the Cardinals. They're going to split with Seattle. They're going to beat the Giants. They're
I don't
gonna
think
beat the
Seattle's going
Lions.
to be
They're-
good this year.
Yeah, I mean, they're still going to beat them now. They're going to split with them. So,
All right,
like, hold on.
One NFC
2,
West
3.
team is going to go like 13-4, and everybody else is going like 7-9 to 9-8.
I'm telling you right now, the Cardinals have the easiest schedule.
I don't know which team it's going to be though.
The
The
Cardinals
Rams
have
have
the
an
easiest
easy
schedule.
ass schedule. The Rams have an easy ass schedule. Dang.
The Cardinals are loaded all over the place, and they got.
What
the
are you
best-
talking about? The Cardinals are loaded?
They're Cardinals
all over
suck,
the
dude.
place.
Name their cornerbacks, please.
I don't just remember people's names on that, so I don't pay attention.
They don't have any.
But they have safeties that are good. Fucking what's his face is
Buda
gonna be
Baker.
a monster.
Buda Baker is all they got.
Buda Baker,
Isaiah Simmons.
He was
Simmons
a-
is good.
Zayvon Collins.
Simmons is not good yet. Like it's still like he
Have
was
they
not
settled
good
the
last
Chandler
year.
Jones issues?
Chandler Jones.
No,
is gonna be
they
fine.
haven't. Chandler
he'll
Jones,
be fine.
he's going to play, but he wants to be traded.
He will, and we already talked about this. There's no really reason to get traded. Even for him, there's not a reason unless the other team's going to sign him to a fat contract, and no one's going to. So he needs to stay here and then get a contract within the year.
Yeah.
J.J. Watt, Chandler Jones. What's the other defensive end? I can't think of his name. I think they just picked him up or something. I forgot. That's the reason why they let Reddick go. That new linebacker they have is a fucking Zach Collins is a monster, and he's gonna be Zayvon Collins is gonna be a fucking monster. Their offensive line is like the scariest part. They got AJ Green as a wide receiver too. They have Randall Moore, who's gonna be one of the best weapons for them in this. He's gonna play this weird running back wide receiver role. Hell no, bro. The Cardinals.
AJ Green is washed, right? Like
AJ Green
he was
good. Timeout. He was good.
he was not good last year.
Before his injury. Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes,
He
he
had
was.
one. He dropped footballs all the time. He had 104 targets and only caught 47 balls for 500.
A lot of that
yards
was
last year.
Joe Burrow stinking also.
Yes, dude. Trust me. Where we're from. We're big AJ Green fans. Where we're from.
Right down the road.
Yeah, I'm literally standing next to the stadium that he lives. Like it's
Joe
right
Burrow and AJ Green.
Are you
have
right
no
there?
Chemistry.
Yeah, I'm literally I can.
Oh,
see
like
the
cross.
whole
Oh yeah,
stadium.
yeah. Those are. Oh yeah.
That's literally. where
I'm
I'm
just
at right
saying, when balls hit you in the hands, you should catch them. And I watched him.
High school
drop
games
way
started
too
back up
often.
yet?
now. No, but I'm telling you, AJ Green as a wide receiver too is cheating.
He was a wide receiver 3 last year and didn't work.
No, he was getting full coverage, and then then they just pulled him off the field. He was literally getting all the shade, and they were like, "Oh, he's done. He's cooked."
Is Chase Edmonds the starter at running back?
Yes.
Terrible.
That's
James
not
Conner's
that's
Conner.
decent. I'm telling you right now, that team right there is loaded. Now, I will say this: if the coach doesn't,
You keep saying they're loaded. They have some good players.
they
are
have
not
big
loaded.
names. I'm not okay. So I'm using the wrong term. Loaded. They have a lot of great players in a lot of different spots. That's what I mean to say. They're definitely not loaded. If they get injured, they're gonna fucking suck. Let's
Yeah,
be
they're
honest
losing
here.
2 games. They're losing 2 games, Rams this year.
Hell no, no shot.
For sure.
No
For
shot.
sure. They're getting beaten by the Rams twice.
They got Malcolm Butler.
Kyle
at
Murray's
corner.
the best quarterback.
Darquez Denard.
Kyle Murray's the best quarterback in the game.
They're
What?
starting. Oh, they have Malcolm Butler. I didn't know that, but I also don't know if he's good anymore.
He's not.
Yeah.
The
At
Titans let him
zone,
go.
he's
He's
pretty
not.
He's a zone guy. No, the Titans
He's-
contract was disgusting. That's why it was disgusting.
It was a
disgusting.
horrible contract. Their top 4 corners are Byron Murphy, who's like 5'10", Malcolm
He's not
Butler, Robert Alford, and Darquez Denard.
Yikes.
Pretty old.
And then their 5th corner is Daryl Worley. Come on, son. If Daryl Worley sees significant snaps for them, they stink. Isaiah Simmons and Zaven Collins are listed as co-starters at inside linebacker.
And that's not gonna how that. That's not how that defense is set up. So it doesn't matter. That's you can't look at that starting because he's not. That's not how they play. That's not their base.
Yeah, it's a base 3-4.
Yes, but of course they're not. That's what I mean. Is like that's not their true base. That's their base, like on paper, because that's what they have to do. They're not going to sit in that formation. It's going to be personnel.
Yeah, I'm all in all, I'm not 100% sold on the Cardinals, but I think they could be good.
I think they won't be. I'm not a believer in Cliff Kingsbury.
I think it's so that's what I would say. Two things. If injuries hurt them, they're fucked. So again losing, and then if Cliff doesn't do something better, it's over. Like that team's gonna stink.
Cliff's gonna have to dramatically change his game plan from last year to this year because he just would get. He's not a good play caller at all. Like his play design is bad. Like his play calling has been bad. Like he is not running that offense the way it needs to be run. And like it was like. Remember how painful it was being a fantasy owner of some of the teams, like some of the players. They just weren't giving them touches, just like. I don't believe in that team.
The reason I don't believe in them, yes, is Cliff Kingsbury. This is a dude who couldn't go 500 with Patrick Mahomes as his quarterback for 3 years.
Was Baker? Did he play Baker or Coach Baker?
Maybe, but Baker stinks. So.
He didn't coach Baker, I don't think.
Because he transferred out by then?
Yeah, I think Baker transferred out before Cliff ever worked with him for real.
Okay. So it's I say under. Jonathan, what are you? Because you're the.
What team are we on? Are we on the Rams?
The Rams.
We're on the Rams.
We're on the Rams.
Okay.
I hate the Rams, so continue.
Is 10.5 or 11.5?
10.5.
10.5. Take the over. Their schedule's too cake.
I
Matt
don't know.
Stafford won't play every game.
What?
Matt Stafford won't play every game.
Doesn't matter. They got John Wolford, the GOAT.
5 seconds.
I'm gonna go over, but I don't feel good about it.
Okay, then they're saying over, but I'm gonna laugh in your face when
I feel
Matt
very
Stafford
good about
dies.
I'm gonna tweet this out, and then we'll have it we can have it.
Well, we're not doing it based on injuries. Like if we were.
Oh no. Yeah, but I'm putting it in as he's not gonna play all the games. He's gonna die.
All right, we're gonna do 4 more real quick because these are all the ones that are still double-digit wins, but these are rapid fire. So no, you just give your answer. All right, Seahawks. Oh, actually no. Bills 10.5.
What?
Bills 10.5.
I think that's about right where they're going to be.
Yes.
Over.
I think they're going to be about 10. I think 10 or 11 wins is about what they'll be.
Yeah. So we're moving on. That one's quick. We all say over.
Yeah.
Seahawks 10.
Under.
Under, I guess.
49ers 10.
Over.
2 more. Colts at 10 wins.
Under.
Big under.
They already lost Carson Wentz for the year, and they're going back. Like, who's their back?
No, he might play.
He's going to play week 1. Yeah, him and Nelson.
I don't believe it. He's going to get hurt again.
But
that's true.
Him being back is more reason why I think they go under.
Hey, by the way,
he stinks.
Exactly. You're right. Let's go.
They're gonna sweep the South. So we just need 4 more wins outside of the South, and
they're not sweeping. Good. The Jags are getting 1.
No fucking shot. But if y'all
Jags are getting 1 off them.
No, they're not sweeping against the Titans. That's the only team that they wouldn't sweep with.
All right. Next one.
I think the Jags are going to win that division. I don't care.
They have no defense. They don't have defense.
Don't matter.
Okay.
They pick in second. Urban Meyer's going to crash and burn.
They can't fire the motherfucker either.
Okay, so Browns 10.
I'm gonna keep. I'm giving them the over.
I like over on the Browns.
Push.
I like push or over. I'm good with either. I think
We'll
they're
go
also going to
push.
float around
Push
10 or
feels
they're gonna
good. 10 and
They're also
7.
going to float.
Baker
10, 11
stinks, but that defense is loaded.
That run
Well-
game is sick. That O line's good. Like literally, like my grandma could like have that running duo get like 2,500 yards next year. You know what I mean?
Literally, if they had anybody but Baker Mayfield at quarterback, I would
Super Bowl
say
favorite.
over.
Put Patrick Mahomes on that team. They're going undefeated. So continue.
Facts.
Yeah, no, that team's gross. Like the Browns are winning 10 games easy.
All right, quick
I think
homer.
Time. I think the only problem is that they have a hard division, so that's why I pushed. But continue.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
We're gonna finish with our home teams just because we have to hit them. Vikings 8.5.
Over.
I'm gonna give them the over.
I am a negative Nancy, and I'm going to call the under.
Okay, interesting.
I'm not mad at that.
Washington is 8.
Over.
Over.
Over. Easy. Over.
I don't know.
6 wins in the division, and then they got to play like.
You think they sweep?
They don't sweep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. Yeah,
we have. I want to sweep the Giants so bad this year for those terrible losses that we had last year.
Here's the
sweep
problem
the
here.
Giants and you sweep the Eagles, but you probably split with the Cowboys.
For sure, Eagles. Cowboys, that'd be
TJ, be careful what you're wishing for. If you sweep the Giants, they're getting a new staff.
That's fine.
They're
They do it all the time, and it never worked.
I don't know. Eli Manning was a quarterback for 27 years. So,
I'm okay.
Bro, they're going to draft a new quarterback. Trust me, you don't want that. As a Vikings fan who's not shaking in his boots. No. But worried about this guy in Chicago. You don't want that. You don't want to run the quarterback out.
Wait, that's Green Bay.
Counterpoint, I've seen it. I've seen the Bucks draft Jameis Winston and first overall, and it was fine.
True, that works. Hey, you're right.
He beat us a couple times, though.
Yeah, I mean,
he was eating doves.
Now, what's the Panthers over under? Let's hear this.
You ready for this one?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 6.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be?
7.5.
Ooh, it's gonna be
Over.
This is really a lot of these wins. They have the Texans and Lions at 5.
Those are big unders.
That's big under.
Push.
For the
Push for
Panthers?
who?
Push to the Panthers. I think.
How are you gonna push it?
That,
It was a 7 or 7.5.
7.5.
No, sorry. 7.5.
So you can't push this one, Kyle. You got to go over or under.
Under.
All right.
7 wins.
I feel like 7 is a good year. How many deals you guys get last year?
5.
I think
Yes,
y'all win
5.
7.
I think 7's
5
like
with
a
the
good
5 with the
number.
whole blown up roster. I think our defense alone is gonna have us win more than 7.
You think 7 will give you what? Top 15?
I don't think we picked top 15.
All right.
I think we picked top.
All right,
15, but I don't think we fall out of 15.
That's everyone. They got the Texans at I already said the Texans at 5. They got Jags at 6 and the Jets at
Under.
6.
Big under.
Over on Jags. Big over. Winning that division.
Under.
Under.
9
Jags are
and
winning
7.
2 games. Jags are winning.
Bengals
2
are at
games.
6.5.
Under.
And then Giants, Eagles, and Falcons are all at 7.
Under.
I felt under for all of those.
Yeah.
All under.
All right. Did you guys have fun today?
We
Yes,
did.
sir.
Homework assignment. If you guys haven't already, guys, thank you for hanging out with us. HateToPylon.com for get your official merch for the show. Next week, fantasy draft. Hopefully.
Yes.
Hopefully.
I got to see who's paid up.
But yeah, fantasy draft is coming soon. Hopefully next week, if we have to push to get another player or whatever, we'll let you know. We'll update it, but that'll be on taps for next week, and we will stream the draft live. So make sure you're following us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and here on Twitch. And any final words before we get the fuck out of here? No.
No,
No.
I'm going to let you
See
know
you next
this
week.
is absolutely pitiful. everyone went right except for we let an 80-yard touchdown pass run by us. We let a big kickoff return go. We let a holding in the end zone give us a safety. No one would make a tackle. But other than that, I guess it was pretty decent.
It's time to go!
All right, everybody, have a great night. We'll catch you guys soon.
See ya.